and offers TV training, production facilities, and channel time to all Falmouth residents and organizations. Game 2 between the Bravos and the Commodores coming up here from Gov Fuller Field.
It's time for Game 2 of the first round of the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs between Bourne and Falmouth. Do or die for the Commodores as we open the door here at the Gov alongside Farrell Hudson and Timmy Weiss. Farrell, I'll start with you. A tough one on the road in Game 1. Falmouth needs to force a winner-take-all Game 3, a 6-run loss yesterday, but a lot of things were promising.
Yeah, in a game in which he came in with so much excitement. Part of that 4-game win streak last week was a victory over the Bourne Braves, and you look at the Commodores last night, you're in a 1-0 game going into the bottom of the 5th. You feel like Colby Putnam's out there giving you a chance to win, but then Bourne has that big inning against both Putnam and Cason Murphy, and unfortunately slips away. And the Bourne bullpen looked as good as ever. I thought Connor Lehman settled in nice, and then Jackson Kircher was unhittable in the top of the 9th.
Falmouth has dropped 4 straight dating back to the end of the regular season, Timmy. That streak has to stop today. It's obvious, but if they want to play more baseball, they got to get to tomorrow somehow.
Turn the tide. That's the task at hand, and it's not easy when you haven't won since Saturday during that doubleheader. And it was a game that Falmouth nearly won that. They were up for a while. Hyannis comes from behind, and that's kind of trickled into a bigger streak of losing games. You had a really bad loss against Wareham in there. Yesterday was the second largest loss during that win streak, but Falmouth has not lost 5 games in a row this season, so it's about making sure that streak continues today.
We've talked a lot this summer about the left-on-base bug. It was better for the Commodores yesterday. 6 for them, 6 for the Braves, but the Braves just did a better job of taking the chances that they got.
Especially that the Bourne pitching staff only issued 2 walks in last night's game. You look at 6 runners left on base. As you mentioned, that's the same amount as Bourne left on base. Only 1 more in the hit department for the Bourne Braves as well, 9 to the Commodores 8. So that's 6-2 ball game. That's just a well-played pitching contest that I saw last night. The score not necessarily indicative of how competitive the game was throughout.
Bourne has rode their pitching all summer long, and it was no different last night as they broke a 7-game losing streak that they had to end the regular season. 7 strikeouts to just 2 walks of Falmouth hitters last night. So, Timmy, they have a little bit of momentum, got rid of that streak, and they're looking to put the series to bed tonight here at the Gov.
They certainly are, and one thing that they do really well of in putting it to bed is making sure to score a lot of runs when it's the 7th inning or after. 48% of the Braves' runs this season come after that point, and when you look at the first couple innings, it's not nearly as much. 17 runs to the first 1 and 2 innings, so it's about figuring out if Falmouth can get the Braves' bats to slow down at the late innings of these games.
It'll be important to get out to that early start. Farrell, they've got a tough task ahead, facing a hard-throwing right-hander from the Blue Devils. It's Ben Dean.
Yeah, it's going to be a great pitching matchup tonight. You got Ben Dean on the mound, 22 strikeouts through 18 1/3, but insert the southpaw Christian Aiello, 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA. Since his season debut in Katuitt, he's looked phenomenal. 14 1/3 for the Commodores this year. Can't wait to look at both pitchers trying to match zeros tonight.
Should be a great duel of guys with sub-2 ERAs from the regular season. All right, last order of business, players to watch. Timmy, yours for the Braves.
I got Luke Costello. He's a guy that had a very strong start on Cape Cod this season, has 10 doubles on the year, which is tied for the most on Cape Cod. But yesterday, a triple, 3 RBIs, had the biggest hit in the game. If he is hot for the Bourne Braves, then watch out, Falmouth.
All right, well, the Commodores need a spark to get to the winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow. Who's going to give them that spark, Farrell?
Well, I'm going to go with the guy we've mentioned a lot, Braden Jeffries, a .340 batting average. When Braden Jeffries is playing a home game, the rumor is you can hear the sound of the bat from Falmouth Heights Beach. I mean, this guy just puts balls in play. 2 fly balls to center to begin, 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats last night, but then he follows it up with an RBI double in the top of the 6th and another hit in the 7th, a 2 for 4 night.
All right, Game 2 of a best-of-3 between Bourne and Falmouth. First pitch at 6 o'clock right here on Cape League TV.
On the precipice of defeat, the Falmouth Commodores seek to stave off elimination in Game 2 of the Cape Cod Baseball League West Division semifinals from Gov Fuller Field. It's the Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores here in Game 2 in the 2026 CCBL playoffs presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. As we welcome you to the broadcast booth here at Gov Fuller Field as the Commodores and Braves get set for their second meeting of the playoffs. Farrell Hudson and Timmy Weiss. And Tim, last night, a tough game for the Commodores, but they look to rebound tonight, and they got the perfect guy on the mound to do it, and that's Christian Aiello.
You sure do, and he's been your best pitcher all season long. He has the lowest ERA on the Commodores of guys still on the roster. And the funny thing about him is he's not going to beat you with his velocity. He's not a high velo guy, and the Commodores don't have a lot of pitchers that are going to beat you with very high velocity. But the one thing that they do is that they still strike out guys, and that's what Christian Aiello does, is he strikes out a lot of guys, and it's going to be really fun to watch him out there in a must-win game for the Commodores.
Yeah, certainly need a high-leverage arm in a high-leverage situation. As you go back to last night's game, an 8-2 win for the Bourne Braves, and seemingly everything got broken open by your player to watch in tonight's game is that 3-run triple off the bat of Luke Costello, and so many guys in that Bourne lineup that may not have had the best batting average to conclude the regular season, but they showed up and showed out in a big way last night.
Well, that's the thing, is you have to look at yesterday with a little bit of a grain of salt, because it wasn't all that bad for Falmouth. They had one less hit than Bourne throughout the game. They had good contact on a lot of pitches. They didn't strike out all that much, only 4 strikeouts through 8 innings. They were putting bat on ball. But there was a lot of great defensive plays by Bourne, which was huge. And that's exactly why the Braves were able to jump out to a big lead. And it was just one big inning for the Braves in that bottom of the 5th, which broke things open. And if that inning doesn't happen, you easily are talking about a different game that the Commodores could end up winning.
Hey, someone was bound to end that losing streak last night. Bourne came in on a 7-game losing streak. The Commodores came in on a 3-game cooler. But tonight they look to do it, as we mentioned, with Christian Aiello on the mound, and it's the hard-throwing right-hander Ben Dean on the mound out of Duke, who's been phenomenal for Bourne this year, Tim.
It's not an easy task, is it, right? Ben Dean has been one of the best pitchers on Bourne this season, and currently on their roster, he might be the best, a 1.5 ERA, and he doesn't start all that often, so we'll see how it goes today.
National Anthem lineups, first pitch in baseball coming up on the other side of the break here on Cape League TV.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to Commodores baseball, just about to get underway at the Gov in Game 2. Christian Aiello and the Commodores have taken the field, which means it's time to get you the Bourne Braves batting order. Riker Waite is the shortstop. He'll lead off. It's his fellow Vandy boy, Rustin Rigdon, in the 2 spot at second base. Matt Bolton in center bats third. The middle third in the lineup, Luke Costello in the cleanup spot. Berkeley Mabius, the DH tonight, bats 5th. Max Farrell at first base will bat 6th. Justin Osterhaus in left field bats 7th. Austin Hawk at third base bats 8th. And Bryce Eastep doing the catching, batting 9th. And on the mound for the Commodores, it's the incoming Jacksonville State Gamecock and left-hander Christian Aiello.
And man, is there a lot to be excited about with Aiello coming onto the bump. A 1.23 ERA this season, which is the lowest on the Commodores roster right now. He's going into his grad year at Jacksonville State, and he's not going to beat you with very high velocity. It's about an 85 to 88 fastball, but man, does he strike a lot of guys out. His strikeout to walk ratio as well, absolutely astounding. 15 strikeouts to 2 walks this summer. He does a really good job of finding the strike zone, and Bourne's going to have to be ready to hit a lot of pitches that are going to be in the zone.
With Burlington in the Appalachian League this summer, 22 2/3 innings of action for Christian Aiello. 9 walks, 39 strikeouts, as you can see detailed in our graphic here. Just over 1 per inning, 15 through 14 2/3, a very low whip, sub 1 at 0.8. This is a Bourne team that scored 8 runs last night, or excuse me, 6 runs, but for the Commodores, it was eventually ended up being an 8-2 game, but felt like 6-2. Commodores pitching for the most part did a good job outside of that one big inning.
They did, and it was really just the one bottom of the 5th where it was a 4 runs for Bourne that inning, and you just can't give up a big inning like that, and that's something Coach Dom really cares about, something he's emphasized this season. It's about going out there today and doing the same thing.
So an 8-2 loss for the Commodores last night. They're on the brink of elimination. Christian Aiello will look to write the Commodores back into the win column tonight. He's ready, as is Riker Waite, and the first pitch of tonight's ball game is in there for a called strike at 6:01. Robert McHugh is the home plate umpire. Joe Gravina is at first. Sam Finn is over at third. 0-1 inside for ball 1.
Well, that's the other thing about Christian Aiello is he pitches incredibly fast on the mound, just only 7 to 8 seconds between pitches sometimes.
The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball softly spun in there for a called strike 2. 75-degree night. Low wind chill in the air. Gorgeous early August evening here in Falmouth. 1-2 incoming with nobody out. Aiello into his wind delivers, and the fastball line first base side foul against the netting. Waite, a .247 hitter, entering the postseason in 10 ball games. Second-year Bourne Brave at the shortstop position. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch incoming from the lefty Aiello. And it's lined down the right field line, just foul into the Commodore bullpen. Good at bat being put together already by the leadoff man, Waite.
And you know it's going to be tough against Waite all day. He's just a good hitter. And you lead off, that leadoff part of the order for Bourne is by far their toughest.
1-2 again is high. You got Riker Waite, Rustin Rigdon, and Matt Bolton. Riker Waite in last night's ball game, 2 for 4. A double in the bottom of the first, a single in the bottom of the 6th. Reached base 3 times. 2-2 home with nobody out, and the breaking ball spun back to the screen. So 3 foul balls already. A 7-pitch at bat. He'll see an 8th.
And that's the thing. Falmouth really has to limit these extra base hits. That wasn't the case yesterday, and it was really tough.
2-2. Fisted off the end of the bat into shallow right for a base hit, just past the reach of Jeff Luigi, and Riker Waite leads off with a single. And let's get you tonight's defensive alignment for the Falmouth Commodores.
At third base, Braden Jeffries. Shortstop, Matthew Farner. At second base, Jeff Luigi. And at first, A.J. Putty. Then left to right in the outfield, it's Carter White, Fabio Peralta, and Gavin Greger. And Dallas Brooks is behind the plate.
So it's Rustin Rigdon to the plate. As Tim mentioned, a 1 for 4 evening. Reach base twice, an RBI double in the bottom of the 6th. 1 on with nobody out, just underway at the Gov, as Aiello will check on Riker Waite at first. First offering from Aiello to Rigdon. First of all, pickoff play. Throw down to second, tag applied in time. Huge first out for the Commodores as the play goes 1-3-6. Aiello to Putty to Farner, and there's one down.
And this goes back to exactly what Coach Dom was telling us before the game, that Bourne is going to be really aggressive on the base pass. And with a lefty, Falmouth isn't afraid to throw over and have some pickoff moves.
Now the first offering is in there for a called strike to Rigdon.
I mean, that's huge to get an out like that. Otherwise, you're going to have a runner at second, no outs.
So Waite gets thrown out on the base paths as the 0-1's fouled off. After a great at-bat to start the ball game, an 8-pitch at-bat in which he went the opposite direction to right field on a ball probably hit 40 miles an hour off the bat, but just evaded the reach of Jeff Luigi, considering Jeff was playing over towards the second base side of the bag. Base is empty, and the 0-2 with one out is fouled back. Last night, Bourne had 9 hits to Falmouth's 8. Both left 6 runners on base, but timely hitting by the Bourne Braves. 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and 2 in the 8th. 0-2 home with 1 out is dribbled foul against the Commodore dugout.
For most of the game, it felt like Colby Putnam was going to keep holding the Braves hitters to not much. And then all of a sudden, that bottom of the 5th, that was when they turned it on.
0-2 incoming once again for Aiello. The breaking ball hammered into left center field. Fabio Peralta and Carter White converge. It's Peralta in the left center gap making the catch for the second out. Same defensive alignment tonight for the Commodores all around. 2 outs, bases empty, top 1, just underway at the Gov. Matt Bolton, lefty hitting center fielder to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup, 2 outs, and the base is empty. First offering, spun in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Christian Aiello's last time out, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, with 2 strikeouts against Katuitt on July 31st. Soft dribbler foul on another breaking ball from Christian. He's ahead in the count, 0-2.
He looks sharp right now, and Riker Waite made him work. He's bounced back and been very sharp.
For Rustin Rigdon, that was already his 3rd fly ball to center in the series as the 0-2 just misses off the outside edge. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Matt Bolton.
Not by much. That's right there.
Bolton, the sac fly in the bottom of the 1st last night, got the scoring party started. 0 for 3, he walked. Another pitch fouled off. Bourne's doing a nice job despite no runners on base. Opening batters of this game, top 3rd in the order. Just putting balls in foul territory, fighting off Aiello's best. 1-2 home, breaking ball. Rolled on the ground to Jeff Luigi at second. And a 1-2-3 top of the 1st for Christian Aiello. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on base. As Milton Katz proud to power the Cape all summer long. Back in a moment on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Fabio Peralta in center leads off as usual. Braden Jeffries in the 2 spot at third. A.J. Putty's at first base. He'll bat third. Tommy Harrison in the cleanup spot at DH. Matthew Farner, the shortstop, bats fifth. Carter White in left will bat sixth. Jeff Luigi at second, bats seventh. Dallas Brooks doing the catching. He'll bat eighth. And Gavin Greger is the right fielder, batting ninth. Ben Dean on the mound for the Bourne Braves, the hard-throwing tall right-hander out of Duke.
And it's not going to be easy for the Commodores today. And yeah, yesterday you had some struggles against Tyler Baird. This guy's even better, a 1.5 ERA, but just his second start this summer. So going to be interesting to see how Dean deals with that. But he's about mid-90s with the fastball, so a lot to catch up to yesterday against Jackson Kircher for the Commodores. Wasn't the easiest, so you're going to have to be able to catch up to that fastball and bounce back from last night.
So Fabio Peralta comes to the plate to lead off the bottom of the first. A scoreless top half for Christian Aiello. He faces the minimum despite the single by Riker Waite as he picks him off just after. Peralta, 256 hitter, stands in. First offering from Ben Dean is low for ball one. A 2-for-4 night for Fabio last night. A double to lead off the top of the sixth. He came around to score in a single in the seventh. Dean working from the left side of the rubber, out of the stretch position. Into his wind fire, swing and a miss from Peralta, and it's 1-1.
I would really say he had the best night of any Commodore because one of his outs was also on a line. I mean, he is hitting the ball extremely hard consistently.
Peralta and a 666 OPS. Commodore 7th in OPS on Cape Cod this summer at 663. 1-1, popped foul, third base side, and it's 1-2. For Peralta, his 256 average, slightly above the team average, which was tied for the Bourne Braves in second place on all of Cape Cod at 244. Peralta 32 hits, 6 of them extra base hits, and 8 RBIs. 1-2 incoming from Ben Dean, righty-lefty with nobody out, and it's a swing and a miss, soft changeup over the inside corner, and Peralta's down for the first out. And let's get you the Bourne Braves defense tonight, Tim.
At first base, it's Austin Hawk. At shortstop, it's Riker Waite. Rustin Rigdon at second base, Max Farrell at first, and then left to right in the outfield, Justin Osterhaus, Matt Bolton, Luke Costello, and behind the plate, Bryce Eastep.
Braden Jeffries stands in, 1 out, and the base is empty. For Braden, an RBI double in the top of the sixth last night, and a 2-for-4 outing. Fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Jeffries, a .340 hitter, entering the playoffs in 25 games for the Commodores. 34 hits, 6 extra base hits, and 6 RBIs. The 0-1 offering, low for ball one in the dirt. Nice stop from Eastep. That's one of the moves that Scott Landers made for tonight, Tim. He puts a reliable defensive catcher behind the plate in Eastep in place of Berkeley Mabius. That's not to imply Mabius had any bad game or a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but Eastep really relied on for his defense.
Not at all. And, you know, Eastep and Mabius have played a lot of games this year together where they have a DH and they have a catcher.
1-1, swing and a miss from Jeffries. Yeah, 20 of the 40 games in the regular season caught by Bryce Eastep. Equal time split between the two.
The only change in the lineup is that Milano is out.
Gabriel Milano last night, an 0-for-3 outing. Walked and came around to score as part of a 2-run eighth for Bourne. 1-2 pitch in coming to Jeffries with 1 out, and he waves at the high fastball and misses for strikeout number 2 and out number 2 at the bottom of the first.
That's rare to see Jeffries go down on a swing like that. I mean, that just gives credit to Ben Dean.
So A.J. Putty comes to the plate. 2 outs and the base is empty. Righty-righty matchup. Home half of the first, no score. Just underway in Game 2 of the Cape Cod Baseball League West Division semis. Putty last night 1-for-4, a double in the top of the 7th. First pitch strike, bottom of the zone, well located.
And to see him now third in the lineup, that just shows you exactly how confident Coach Dom is in him right now.
Dean winds and the pitch. Breaking ball. Just off the edge or low. Well spotted on the outside corner and at the bottom of the zone. Didn't get the call, so it's 1-1. The Commodores certainly don't mind that. It's now 1-2 as Putty fouls it back. Putty, a .259 hitter, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Those 3 homers came in 3 of the 4 final regular season games, from Cotuit last Friday to Orleans this past Sunday. 1-2 incoming with 2 out as Putty rolls it on the ground up the middle. Riker wait, bobbles it, and A.J. Putty's going to reach first. We go down as an infield single for A.J. Putty, and he's aboard with 2 out.
Well, that's rare, and I think if Waite collects this and doesn't bobble it, he's going to get him at first. So you take it as the Commodores, but there's still 2 outs, so now you really need a rally and get a big hit here from Tommy Harrison.
Certainly a guy that could do it. 300 average in 11 games entering the playoffs for Harrison, a 1-for-4 night. And last night's defeat, a single in the top of the 6th for him. First pitch, breaking ball. Did Tommy go around? They'll check with the field umpire, third base umpire, Sam Finn, who's behind the pitcher's mound in B position right now, and he calls ball 1.
Well, a type of game like this, Farrell, you need a big hit at some point in the game. I'm not saying it needs to be the bottom of the 1st, but at some point you need a big knock.
Look to see if Harrison can provide it here. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Soft changeup, well executed by Dean. Crowd continuing to file in on this gorgeous Wednesday evening. Shadow has crept in from the trees between the mound and home plate. Righty-lefty matchup, 1 on, 2 out in a scoreless game. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside corner, and it's 1-2 on Tommy.
Dean's just painting a lot of these pitches right now. Outside part of the zone on a lot of these hitters.
So 1-2 to Tommy Harrison with 2 out. Dean looking to complete a scoreless first from the left side of the rubber deals. Called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Harrison's frozen as Ben Dean strikes out the side in the bottom of the 1st. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We go to the 2nd. No score here on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field. Let's take a look at tonight's game time weather. 76 degrees, feels like 74, and the wind at a nice breezy 10 miles an hour.
It's nice weather to play baseball and perfect for the playoffs. Warming up just in time.
So the Commodores and Braves each trade a hit in the 1st inning as we get your Timmy's keys to the game, Tim.
Yeah, for Bourne, they had 5 extra base hits yesterday, and it certainly worked. Those big hits helped them power their way to victory. And the other thing is get an early lead. The Commodores struggle in games when they go down, and if Bourne gets up in this one, it's going to be very tough for the Commodores to come back.
Luke Costello comes to the plate, hammered a 3-run triple down the line against Case and Murphy in the bottom of the 5th last night. That broke the game open. First offering from Aiello is a breaking pitch inside for ball 1. Lefty-righty matchup, top 2, no score, and nobody out. Aiello working deliberately, home with a 1-0. Soft changeup on the outside corner for a called strike.
Both these pitchers have just been around the zone a lot right now.
Costello, solid numbers in the OPS and RBI department. Awaits a 1-1, and he fouls it back. Costello, another product of Wake Forest. 4 of the 9 Bourne Braves tonight comprised of both Wake Forest and Vanderbilt University. 1-2 pitch from Aiello, fastball outside. Luke's brother Andrew, also on the Bourne Braves at one point this season. Tim, a hits machine. 2-2 is fouled back. He was the Thurman Munson batting champ here on Cape Cod. Andrew Costello putting quite the summer together.
Led Cape Cod at average, 361.
4 homers, 19 RBIs. But it's Luke Costello who hammers it to deep center. Peralta going back, all the way back to the warning track at the wall, and that ball is gone. Luke Costello goes deep here in the top of the second to lead off, and the Braves lead 1-0.
And that's Costello's first home run of the season. So it's been surprising that he hasn't gotten one. He's a big power guy, and he had a lot of home runs this past season with Wake Forest, but to see him now finally knock one out, game 2 of the playoffs. Wow, what a bomb, center field.
Aiello with a fastball off the outside edge to Berkeley Mabius. For Luke Costello at Wake Forest this year, 17 homers and 62 RBIs in 53 ball games as a Demon Deacon. 1-0 with nobody out, and the Commodores chasing a run. Breaking pitch in there on the inner third for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 1-0 lead for Bourne. Up 1 in the hit department. Here in the top of the second, 1-1 high, just above the letters, and it's 2-1 on Mabius.
And Bourne's in the exact position they want to be. They're up in this game, and now the Commodores have to come from behind. It's going to be really tough.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch is low for ball 3.
Because Ben Dean is going to keep going out there and throwing strikes, which is what he did in the first.
3-1 from Aiello with nobody out. In there for a called strike 2, count full. Mabius, a .224 hitter, an attendee of the University of Oregon. 67 at-bats, 15 hits, 6 extra base hits, and 6 RBIs as he draws. Ball 4 there on an inside pitch from Aiello. And that walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more.
This is a huge spot for Aiello. There's no outs, and you found yourself into a little bit of a tough spot after a home run, a walk, but you still have plenty of time to settle in this inning and get out of it with no more runs coming in.
Lefty-righty matchup with a runner on and nobody out. Aiello deals, and it's a called strike on the inside corner. Max Farrell, the first baseman, to the plate. A .300 batting average in 60 ball games at San Diego State this year. 71 hits, 17 extra base hits, and 7 homers for the Aztec. 0-1 pitch incoming, and it's low for ball 1. One run, 2 hits, and no errors for Bourne. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Commodores. We're in the top of the second, game 2 of the West Division semifinals. Aiello's 1-1 home. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Big cut there.
For Max Farrell in the strikeout department, 50 in 60 ball games with San Diego State. Awaits a 1-2 pitch with nobody out, and the breaking ball hit into left center field. Fabio Peralta ranges over a couple steps, and he makes the catch for the first out.
That's a really big out for Aiello. Start to build up that confidence again. Now you got 1 down, a double play could get you out of the inning.
So it's the left-handed hitting left fielder and former Falmouth Commodore Justin Osterhaus to step to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. A 1-0 lead for the Braves, top 2. With Bourne this year, a .206 average in 12 games. Osterhaus 7 hits, no extra base hits, and 2 RBIs. First offering is low for Aiello, and it's 1-0. Aiello from the left side of the rubber deals. Off the outside corner, and it's 2-0. Osterhaus 0 for 3 in last night's ball game. Drew a walk, though, in the bottom of the 8th and came around to score. 2-0 from Christian Aiello. Just misses the corner. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the second, 1-0 lead for Bourne. 2 hits in as many innings against the lefty Aiello.
And just struggling a little bit more than we usually see him with finding the zone.
3-0 on the way. Called strike inside corner.
Because we talked about it. He does not walk guys. He just simply doesn't.
In danger of issuing his second of the inning. 3-1 rolled on the ground into right for a base hit. Mabius makes the turn around second. He'll stop right there as the slow grass makes Gregor retrieve. He fires back into Farner. 2 on and 1 out for the Braves.
Now batting for the Braves, the third baseman from Wake Forest, number 9, Austin Hawk.
So Austin Hawk comes to the plate with 2 on and 1 out for the Bravos. So far, 39 pitches for Christian Aiello. Perfect 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio, 26 strikes and 13 balls. Hawk, a 195 hitter. Lefty on righty matchup, 2 on, 1 out. 2 hits in the top of the second, 3 through an inning and a third. Fastball's off the plate, and it's ball 1. Just misses the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes on Hawk. 8 hits on the season for him. Bourne third baseman with 1 extra base hit, a round tripper, and 9 RBIs. Peek at second for Aiello. Home with the 2-0. Inside for ball 3, and now taking off for third and making it there is Berkeley Mabius.
It's really heads-up base running by Berkeley Mabius. He sees that it gets away slightly and just enough room where he can take off to third.
Said it last night with Andrew on the broadcast, Tim. If you give Bourne an inch, they'll take it a yard. And that's a prime example of it there.
They know how to play playoff baseball. They've done it the last 4 summers.
Reached the championship game in each of the last 4 summers under the Scott Landers tenure. 3 times emerging as champions. Outside for ball 4. Second walk in the inning issued by Christian Aiello, and the bags are juiced for Bourne with 1 out.
He's only had 2 walks all season going into today. And 2 this inning now brings up a huge spot. And you see Paul Evans, the pitching coach for the Commodores, is going to have a word.
It's all hands on deck as you see an arm. Looks like it might be Fisher Cantrell starting to get a bit loose to throw in the Commodores bullpen. Bases loaded, 1 out for Bourne just in the top of the second, an inning and a third into Christian Aiello's outing.
I mean, this is huge. If you give up a base knock right here, Bourne's going to go out to a 3-0 lead. A big extra base hit, and you're talking about a 4-0 lead. This could be the part of the game, the big inning that we talked about that Falmouth needs to limit. You have to limit it right now, or it could turn into something that you don't want to see.
For Bryce Eastep, a 137 batting average for the catcher out of Coastal Carolina. 7 hits in those 20 games, an extra base hit, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. Mabius is on third, Osterhaus on second, Hawk on first. 1 out, top 2. Aiello's first pitch. One 0. And for a called strike, it's 1-1. 8 homers and 25 RBIs for Estep in 43 games at Coastal Carolina in 2026. 1-1 pitch incoming, bases loaded, 1 out. Aiello working for the left side of the rubber against the Bourne righty catcher. 1-1 pitch, misses at the bottom of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Putty's on the lip of the infield grass. Braden Jeffries even with the bag at third. Middle infield at double play depth. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-2. Two incoming with 1 out. A high fly ball to shallow left. Carter White comes in as Mabius will tag. White makes the catch. Mabius coming to the plate, and the throw comes into Jeffries at third. A sac fly off the bat of Bryce Estep, and the Braves lead 2-0.
Well, a job well done for Bryce Estep. He gets the second run in, but now 2 outs for the Commodores. If you get out of this situation just allowing 2, it's not the end of the world.
2 runs on 3 hits against Christian Aiello so far. 2 of the 3 hits coming in the top of the second. Both runs coming in the top of the second as well. It's back to the top of the batting order. Riker Waite, the shortstop, to stand in. Lefty on righty matchup. 2 on, 2 out. And Aiello looks to avoid any further trouble. Peek at second into his wine. Home with the offering to Waite, and it's a ball upstairs. One-0 pitch. Both runners take off on a breaking ball, and no chance for Dallas Brooks. A double steal executed to perfection by both Osterhaus and Hawk. They both move up 90 feet, and both are in scoring position.
Well, Bourne didn't get scared off by the 1 pickoff by Aiello. They are going to stay aggressive. Timed that very well.
2 ball, no strike offering incoming. Right down Broadway at the knees for a called strike 1. 2-0 Bourne, top second, 2 out. Braves threatening for more. Commodores on the precipice of elimination. 2-1 offering from Aiello. First base side foul, and it's 2-2. For Scott Landers in his last 212 regular season games, 105, 87, and 20. Combined between 5 seasons. 2-2 home with 2 out. Pitch from Aiello, foul back.
But in the playoffs, even better.
Yeah. Last year, Bourne reaching the Cape Cod League Championship and winning for the first time in a long time. Just kidding. 2023, the last time before 2025.
You got to go way back.
Yeah, way back to 2023. 2-2 pitch incoming with 2 out from Aiello, and the breaking ball fouled off again. And this is what they do, Tim. They just put together at-bats, foul balls all the time, and really wait for their pitch.
They're just scrappy, and that type of baseball wins a lot of games in tight scenarios.
2-2 pitch with 2 out. Breaking ball popped in the air behind home plate. Brooks gives it a look, but he'll have no chance. Bourne going 6-2 en route to a Cape League championship last year in the playoffs. 2-2 from Aiello to Riker Waite. Pitch swing and a miss. High fastball, top of the zone. Waite chases, and he's down on strikes to end the top of the second, but a successful one for the Braves. They played 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base, an inning and a half through. 2-0 Bourne here on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field. Let's take a look at Timmy's keys to the game for the Falmouth Commodores.
The one thing that's really important is to score more than 3 runs. Falmouth, over their losing streak of 4 games, has not done that, and it's not led to much success. The other thing is have your starter go 5 innings. It is so big for the Commodores' arms. Limit the use of the bullpen. Go out there. You got to win 2 games. You got to worry about tonight first, but you got to have enough arms to win this series still. Aiello's got to go out there and keep pitching well for the Doors.
Matthew Farner leads off the home half of the second, 5, 6, and 7 in the Falmouth order against the right-hander Ben Dean. Dean into his wind, home with the first offering to Farner, and it's a ball low. Matthew, a .222 hitter in the regular season, 2 for 4 in last night's game. 2 high Baltimore chops, 1 to shortstop and 1 behind the first baseman Farrell into shallow right. 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball 2. For Farner in 8 ball games, 6 hits, an extra base hit, and 4 RBIs. Dean home with a 2-0. Swing and a miss. Farner thinking first pitch in the zone, but he cuts third and it's 2-1.
I like the aggressive mindset. You're down 2 runs in an elimination game. You got to be aggressive.
Dean's 2-ball, 1-strike offering. Farner lines it in the air, deep left center field. That ball's down for extra bases, and it one-hops the left center wall. Matthew Farner leads off the bottom of the second with a stand-up double.
Well, that's a huge way to bounce back from the way that top of the second went. This is a great piece by Farner. Crushed on a line into left field, and awesome to see him put a charge into a baseball like that.
So Carter White steps to the plate. Runner in scoring position for Falmouth. Nobody out, bottom 2. And the Commodores are chasing 2 runs. Righty-lefty matchup. Dean from the left side of the rubber. A peek at second into his wind, and the breaking ball misses off the outside edge.
It also really does feel like it's only a matter of time before Falmouth has a game where they get the bats going. It's just been a while.
Carter White a homer and 16 RBIs. Awaits a 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around home plate umpire? And Robert McHugh calls it himself, and it's 1-1. For White, a .288 hitter in the regular season in 20 games. White 23 hits, 4 extra base hits to go along with the homer. One pitch incoming. Runner on second, nobody out. Dean fires. White swing and a miss. Went back to that breaking ball again, executed it to perfection.
It's a lethal pitch. Really tough for guys to hit. Just drops so much.
Ben Dean struck out the side in the bottom of the first, following his teammate Jackson Kircher, who struck out the side in the top of the ninth last night. So 2 straight offensive innings for the Commodores, in which they've gone down all by way of the K. 1-2 incoming with nobody out, and White takes the breaking pitch low. Third time was the charm for him there.
First time through the order, a lot of these guys still getting used to seeing Ben Dean.
60 strikeouts for Ben Dean in just under 35 innings, 34 and 2/3 with the Duke Blue Devils this year. 7-1 record, 4.41 ERA. Next offering, White shoots it into left field. Osterhaus is there, and he makes the catch, just drawing a bluff. And moving back to seconds, Matthew Farner. So White flies out, and Jeff Luigi comes to the plate with one out.
You just got to make sure you get Matthew Farner in from second base. No outs with a guy in second is a scenario you have to get the guy in, especially down 2. Runs aren't going to be easy to come by.
Luigi, an 0-for-4 night at the plate last night. 2 strikeouts. Look to right course it here. 1 on, 1 out. And the breaking pitch for a called strike. Jeff, a 286 hitter. And a teammate this past spring with Ben Dean at Duke. Luigi now committed to Northwestern. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Dean sped up his bat with a fastball. You like to see some own school on own school crime. I know Jeff Luigi's leaving, but seeing his former teammate, competitive advantage, you could argue for both sides here. But Dean in the driver's seat, ahead 0-2. He fires Luigi, a swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. Estep throws down to first in time. And it's the 4th strikeout of the game for Ben Dean as Luigi's retired for the second out.
Well, he keeps getting guys with this breaking ball that's going down into the dirt, and it's working consistently. And I do wonder if second time through the orders, the Commodores might see it better. Right now, it's just not quite clicking for them.
Dallas Brooks to the plate. 2 out and a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Dean, breaking ball strike, outside corner at the knees. Dallas, a 293 hitter in 17 games out of UCF, entering his sophomore year. 17 hits, 3 extra base hits, a homer, and 10 RBIs. That homer, a solo shot against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks on Saturday. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice block from Estep as Farner goes nowhere.
And that was a bit similar to the one that we saw from actually bouncing off Dallas Brooks in the top of the second, where there was a runner that advanced to third. Would have been tough for Farner, though.
1-1 pitch incoming with 2 out. Bravos are trying to keep the leadoff double stranded. Breaking ball low and away. Two-one incoming with 2 out. Farner's in scoring position. 2-0 lead for the Bravos, home half of the second. Brooks back up the middle into center for a base hit. Farner rounds third. He's coming to the plate and scores on an RBI single from Dallas Brooks. It's now 2-1 Braves.
Such a huge knock from Brooks to get Falmouth on the board early in this game. And wow, what an almost play by Riker Wade. The jump he had, it was really inches, millimeters away from going into his glove and being a snow cone catch.
So Gavin Greger comes to the plate with Brooks off of first, collecting Falmouth's second hit of the inning. Both teams with 3 hits through the opening 2 innings, Bourne with 2 runs. Back up the middle into center, but playing it for the third out is Matt Bolton. Sharp liner nonetheless from Greger, but it's to no avail. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 2-1 Bourne here on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
Welcome back to Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. 2-1 Braves as we head top three. You're watching the 2026 CCBL playoffs presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply in the West Division semifinals. Bourne and Falmouth for the 7th time this season. Bourne in the opening 6 matchups, a 3-2-1 record, and they got a 1-0 lead in the series and a 1-run lead here in Game 2.
What a great start to a game it's been as well. Falmouth battling back a bit in the bottom of the second.
Christian Aiello will battle here against Rustin Rigdon, who takes a call strike. Breaking pitch at the knees, inside corner. 2, 3, and 4 in the Bourne order due up. Switch hitter batting right, lefty, and righty. Rigdon, Bolton, and Costello. Aiello fires, and the changeup low for ball 1.
And it's also a jolt of life for Christian Aiello to see his team immediately score in the bottom of the second, make this a 1-run game.
Commodores did it on the heels of a Matthew Farner double. Deep in the left center gap that one-hopped the wall, and then a scorching single back up the middle from Dallas Brooks, which plated the aforementioned. 2-1 strike pitch incoming with the bases empty, nobody out, top 3, and the pitch inside for ball 3. Rigdon at 246 on the season, a fly ball to Peralta in center, his first trip to the plate. 3-1 outside for ball 4, and it's a leadoff base runner surrendered by Christian Aiello.
There's just something a little bit off right now with his control, and we see him throw so many strikes throughout the season. He's got to keep trying to deal with that and find the zone as much as he can.
Already his 3rd walk in as many innings as Fisher Cantrell gets warm in the Commodore bullpen. Lefty-lefty matchup. Matt Bolton, the center fielder, stands in, and he lines it into right for a base hit. Rigdon's racing around second, heading towards third. Up with the throw is Gregor. It's cut off by Farner, and the Bravos have runners on the corners with nobody out.
And this is a good piece by Bolton, just jumped on top of it. Braves are making some good contact right now. Rigdon's so fast as well, and he's able to get over to third base.
So 3 walks and 4 hits in 2+ innings and 2 runs home, 2 earned against Christian Aiello. It's the right-handed hitting Luke Costello to the plate. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Top 3 in a 2-1 Bourne lead. Bolton's off at first, and Aiello comes set left side of the rubber, and he'll fire over to first. 3 straight innings as well, Tim, in which the leadoff hitter of the inning has reached base.
They're jumping out right away in these innings.
Aiello delivers, and the changeup in there for a called strike. Costello, a 230 hitter, got the scoring party started in the top of the second for the Bravos with a solo shot to straightaway center. 0-1 from Aiello, inside for ball 1, and a nice stop too. That hit the dirt, and Brooks was there to save it.
And had to save it.
As now Brooks is going to come out to the mound to talk with Christian Aiello. I wonder, Tim, is this a tactic maybe to get Fisher Cantrell loose? And then when Costello's at-bat is over, Jack Dom will make the move.
That's the thing. If Coach Dom sees any moment where he needs to make a change, it's do or die. Elimination game. You don't always go with the normal type of game you're going to throw or when you would normally make changes. he has to do whatever he can, whatever he thinks, to win the game.
1-1 pitch incoming with nobody out to Luke Costello. 2 more RBIs out there. 23 in the regular season. Now he adds 1 in the playoffs with the solo shot and takes the breaking pitch inside for ball 2. 4 RBIs, including last night's game, 1 tonight, so now 27 on the season for Costello in 36 ball games. 2-1 pitch from Aiello. Fastball strike. Brooks fires down to second. Tag applied, not in time. And coming to the plate on a double steal, the score is Rigdon on the stolen base from Bolton. And it's now 3-1 Bravos.
That's a really tough one to give up, because normally you only throw down to second and let the throw go all the way through when you know you're going to get the guy. And they don't get the guy and the run scores 3-1 and there's no outs. It's going to be tough to prevent that run from coming in.
2-2 pitch incoming with nobody out. Aiello deals in a swing and a miss. High fastball, and Costello cuts right through it. For Christian Aiello, that's his second strikeout through 2 1/3.
And he needs to keep pumping out those strikeouts. That's the type of guy he is when he's at his best. He strikes out a lot of guys. Encouraging to see the last 2 outs be strikeouts, though.
So far, 2 of 3 Christian Aiello walks have come into score. Runner on second with 1 out, and the fastball for a called strike to Berkeley Mabius. Aiello winds and delivers. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and Brooks keeps it in front of him.
And when he's out in front of batters like this is when he really can get to work.
Aiello in search of his second straight strikeout. Ahead 0-2 on Mabius, who walked and came around to score in the top of the second. Aiello a peek at second base, where Bolton leads off, and a high chopper, third base side. Braden Jeffries comes in, gives it a look, throws across to first in time for the second out, and Bolton advances to third.
By no means an easy play for Jeffries, but he made it look casual. Gold Glover over with Michigan this spring.
So Max Farrell comes to the plate. 45 RBIs in 60 games with the Aztecs in the Mountain West Conference this year. He's got 1 more out of the pond for him now, as Bolton leads off a third with 2 out and a 2-run lead for the Bravos. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Bourne. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Commodores. Aiello against Farrell, lefty on righty, in the first pitch. Fouled first base side out of play. Oh, 1 with 2 out. Breaking ball high for ball 1. One pitch from Aiello with 2 out against the righty Farrell. Breaking ball outside. That's been the difference so far today, Tim. You haven't seen the breaking pitches located for strikes to the same degree of regularity that you normally see from Christian Aiello.
Not quite, but he's showing some encouraging signs over the last couple of batters.
Having to fight through the sludge of 3 runs on 4 hits through 2 2/3 as he fires the fastball outside. 3-1 count on Max Farrell with 2 out.
And the main thing we talked about again is limiting the big inning. You haven't had a big inning yet.
Bourne third in walks on Cape Cod in the regular season with 186. 3-1 pitch. Inside corner, strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the third, game 2 of the West Division semifinals. Bourne and Falmouth. The Bravos looking to punch their ticket to the West Division finals with a win tonight. Payoff pitch incoming, lefty on righty, Aiello to Max Farrell, and Christian deals, and it's lined into shallow left center field. Fabio Peralta comes on and makes the catch to end the top of the third, but not before a run on a hit. No errors and a runner left on base, 2.5 through. 3-1 Bourne leads on Cape League TV.
Hi.
It's time for Game 2 of the first round of the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs between Bourne and Falmouth. Do or die for the Commodores as we open the door.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, a proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball here on Cape League TV. Andrew Hillsman here down on the sidelines. I got to talking to Coach Dom pregame, and he told me that he's going to try and get these guys to treat this game like any other baseball game, but with one caveat. It's going to be all hands on deck, meaning he's going to be willing to swap around the lineup mid-game depending on who Bourne brings out of the bullpen. He's going to play the matchups, go righty on lefty, and try and give the Doors the best chance at the plate. They trail by 2, but got one back in the last inning. We'll see how the rest of it unfolds. Guys?
Thanks, Andrew, as we welcome you back for the bottom of the third inning. You're watching the 2026 CCBL playoffs presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. Commodores at the top of their order due up here in the bottom of the third. Farrell Hudson alongside Timmy Weiss. Just heard from our third member of our broadcast crew, Andrew Hillsman. Our producers, Landon Stills and Skylar Ellis. Broadcast director, Emily Gerard. Peralta leads off. Righty on lefty matchup. 2-run lead for Bourne, bottom 3. First pitch from Ben Dean is popped up down the third base line. Long run for both Hawk and Osterhaus. Justin Osterhaus over near the line. Can't come up with it, and it's a long strike one.
Saw a couple times yesterday, Osterhaus made some phenomenal plays in left field. That time he couldn't quite get over there.
Yeah, you're right. 2 unbelievable catches yesterday that robbed the Commodores of extra bases. Jeff Luigi got robbed, and then Dallas Brooks an inning later. And Luigi sprayed that ball to deep left center, mind you. 0-1 pitch incoming to Peralta with the bases empty and nobody out. Change up outside for ball 1. Peralta struck out his first trip to the plate. One from the right-hander Ben Dean. Breaking ball called strike outside corner. And it's 1-2 on the Commodores leadoff man. Two runs for Bourne in the top of the second, 1 for the Commodores in the home half, and 1 in the top of the third for Bourne again. 1-2 pitch, and Peralta out in front of the breaking ball. He's down on strikes for the first out. 5th strikeout in the ballgame for the right-hander, Dean.
Dean's getting the strikeout a lot more than we saw yesterday with Baird. Falmouth had a lot of contact yesterday, getting balls in play. You try and do more of that.
Here's a guy who supplied a lot of contact yesterday, Tim. It's Braden Jeffries to the plate. Nobody on, 1 out. First pitch, inside for ball 1.
Yeah, just throughout the season.
.340 batting average for Jeffries through 25 games. 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout. Part of that 3 strikeout inning for Dean in the bottom of the first. Jeffries check swing. Did he go around? Third base umpire Sam Finn says yes, he did. And the count level at a ball and a strike. Jeffries, a National Gold Glove winner at third base for the Michigan Wolverines this year in the Big Ten. Only 26 strikeouts in 58 games with the Wolverines, 23 and 25 entering postseason play here in Falmouth. 1-1 pitch, and it's flied third base side foul, count 1-2. Next offering incoming from Ben Dean. Outside, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Bases empty. Home half of the third. Commodores trail 3-1. Dean into his wide and gets a swing and a miss in the dirt. Blocked by Eastep. Gets inside positioning and completes the drop third strike. Jeffries retired for the second time today, and the second strikeout for Jeffries, sixth in the ball game for Ben Dean.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you just how good Ben Dean's stuff has been so far, I don't know what does. Braden Jeffries, a guy that has been one of the best hitters on Cape Cod all season, has had two swings that have really been not close to hitting it on a strike three.
Here's A.J. Putty, responsible for one of the three Commodore hits. An infield single in the bottom of the first takes the breaking pitch low. I mean, that pitch was so nasty and moved with such peculiar movement that even the catcher, Bryce Eastep, didn't know where it landed.
No one had any chance of hitting that.
One-0 pitch incoming with two out, and the base is empty. Righty-righty matchup. Bourne leads 3-1, bottom three. 1-0 pitch. Dean gets a swing and a miss. Half swing from Putty, nonetheless called strike from the plate umpire Robert McHugh. One with two out. Swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, well spotted, outside corner, and it's 1-2. Dean comes set, left side of the rubber. Looking to complete a scoreless third. Deals the 1-2, and it's chopped on the ground to short. Backing up, Riker Waite. Long throw across the diamond, unable to be picked by the first baseman Farrell, and A.J. Putty reaches for the second time today. And it's at E6 on Riker Waite.
Good things happen when you get the ball in play. Wasn't the easiest throw on the very back end of the grass, but Waite just didn't get it over there enough. And a tough bounce. Now another time the Commodores have to try and get something going with two outs.
So one on and two out, bottom three. Commodores trail by two. Tommy Harrison to the plate. He's the tying run. For Harrison, his last home run came against these very same Bourne Braves on July 28th. Dean fires, and the breaking pitch taken low and away. Check swing from Harrison, but he did not go around, and it's 1-0.
And it was also a two-run home run.
Could we see deja vu all over again here at the Gov? Tommy Harrison and the Commodores certainly hope so. 1-0, check swing. That time a little bit further of a swing from Harrison as they'll appeal with Sam Finn, who says no swing, and it's 2-0. Good fastball count, Tim, for Harrison.
It really is. This is where you look for a pitch to hit.
And it drills Harrison on the right foot. So a painful way to reach base. Nonetheless, Commodores will take it. 2 on and 2 out.
And you feel great with Farner coming up to the plate, who had the best swing we've seen today for a double his first time up.
As Scott Landers comes out of the Bourne dugout to have a conversation with his right-handed starter in Ben Dean. No one active right now in the Bravos bullpen. It's probably just to calm the heart rate down.
it's rare when you see managers come out and not take a guy out, but that's something we've seen Coach Dom do as well with Falmouth. He goes out and has a conversation with his guys, just tries to calm them down. Scott Landers knows how big these moments are in games of the playoffs, knows how to manage a team well. And you just got to keep plugging away if you're Falmouth right now. Get one run in these innings. Keep it close.
Landers, a two-time West Division winner in 2022 and 2025, taking home the West Division pennant each of the last 4 years, reaching the Cape Cod League World Series, 3 World Series championships in 4 years on Cape Cod, also a President's Trophy under the tutelage of Landers in 2022. Ready matchup, 2 on, 2 out. First offering from Dean to Matthew Farner. He pops at first base side foul and the count 0-1. Landers also spending time as the pitching coach for the Brewster Whitecaps in 2020, allowing the second fewest runs on Cape Cod with 119. An ERA of 3.52, giving up the second fewest hits. So if there's anyone who knows how to calm a pitcher down, it's Scott Landers as Dean looks to escape the jam. 0-1, breaking ball, swing and a miss from Farner, and it's 0-2.
And this is exactly where Dean can go to his stuff that's going to bounce in the dirt. And it's been working today. See if Farner can read it.
Already 6 strikeouts for Ben Dean through 2 2/3. Does he have his 7th in 3 innings? Breaking ball, fouled, third base side.
And the bat broke. Getting a new one from Jeff Luigi. Over to the Bat Boys as well. Getting some new spray. Making sure he's ready to go.
So an 0-2 count to Matthew Farner with 2 out. A.J. Putty's on second. Tommy Harrison on first. Commodores don't have maybe the speed demons on the base right now, Tim, but they do have a guy who's capable of driving into the gap as Matthew Farner did his last time up. And that would certainly tie the game here. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, high fastball, 7th strikeout in 3 innings as Ben Dean emphatically pumps his glove, and rightfully so. He escapes a jam in the bottom of the 3rd as the Commodores, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 runners left. We go to the 4th. It's 3-1 Bourne on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball. Top 4 from Arnie Allen, Diamond Deck of Fuller Field. You're watching the West Division semifinals, Game 2 between the Braves and the Commodores, and we're happy to have you here. Well, Ben Dean works in and out of trouble, Tim, in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He gets an E6 and then hits Tommy Harrison, but then strikes out Matthew Farner, and the fire's extinguished.
He still looks really good out there, and it's really tough for these Commodore hitters. 7 strikeouts through 3 innings.
So it's a final at Low Park in Katuitt. Hyannis takes down the Kettleers 7-1. They'll advance to the West Division semifinals as a bouncer on one hop to the backhand side of A.J. Putty's glove. He goes to first for the first out. Osterhaus is retired. It's Osterhaus, Hawk, and E-Step, bottom third in the Bravos order, top four.
So Hyannis will play the winner of this series. That will most likely start on Friday. There is a scenario if every team up 1-0 was to win their series, they would play tomorrow.
First pitch, fastball high to the right-handed hitting Austin Hawk. Bravo's third baseman walked his first trip to the plate in the top of the second. Aiello into his wide, left side of the rubber deals. Fly ball right center. Gregor going back all the way back in the gap. And Gavin Gregor makes a nice running grab for out number 2.
Pays off to have a quick right fielder, Gregor, on his horse. And back at the track, reaches over, a nice grab, and now 2 down.
2 down and the base is empty. It's Bryce Eastep, right-handed hitting catcher, rounding out Scott Lander's batting order this evening, as he had an RBI sac fly to Carter White in left, his first trip to the plate in the top of the second, in which scored Berkeley Mabius. Aiello into his wide, delivers, breaking ball strike inside corner, and Dallas Brooks dropped it, but stuck the glove there, got the strike nonetheless.
All that matters is the strike.
Oh, 1 pitch with 2 out. Outside for ball 1. One. Swing and a miss. Nice slow breaking ball from Aiello. And he's a pitch away from completing a scoreless 4th.
To get through a quick inning would be huge for Aiello, as the Commodores still would love him to go another inning.
Grounded foul, third base side. Bravos haven't been held scoreless since the top of the first. A 2-run second and 1 more run in the top of the third.
Aiello at 83 pitches right now, so keep an eye out.
About to throw his 84th. That's 21 an inning. 1-2 outside, and it's 2-2.
Quick math skills.
Aiello's 2-2 offering. Fouled off in the box, off the foot of E-Step. Talked about brands of unselfish baseball. Look at that double steal by the Bourne Braves in the top of the third, in which Matt Bolton coasted into second, which allowed Rigdon to score. Dallas Brooks was throwing down for the out, Tim, but Commodores were unable to get either. It's just those little advantages that we've seen possessed by Scott Lander's squad that give them the extra advantage come playoff time. 2-2 home with 2 out, inside for ball 3.
Yeah, both the double steal and the first and third scenario that worked out in Bourne's favor. You're going to keep seeing it throughout this game.
Payoff pitch, lefty-righty, bases empty, 2 out. It's outside for ball 4, and E-Step draws a well-earned walk.
Now you got to face the top of the order for Aiello.
So Riker Waite comes to the plate. Jack Dom not budging from his position in the Commodore dugout just yet. Waite to the plate for the 3rd time today. He's at the top of the Bourne batting order. Lefty-righty matchup with a runner on and 2 out. First pitch strike inside corner to Waite. It's 0-1. Waite a single in the top of the first, then got thrown out on the bases and struck out in the second. Off-speed pitch at 72. Stabbed on the backhand side of the lefty box by Brooks, and it's 1-1. Aiello's offering. Hammered left center field in the gap. Going back is Carter White and Fabio Peralta, and it bounces off the base of the left center wall. Rounding third and coming to the plate is E-Step. Relay throw. Farner's going to throw to the plate. Brooks, high throw. applies the tag late and in to score as he step on an RBI double off the bat of Riker Waite. It's now 4-1 Bourne.
If that throw is on the money from Farner, they maybe had a chance at getting E-step, but asking a lot. It would have had to have been absolutely perfect. And it's just a really good piece again by Bourne and Riker Waite. And there is Jack Dom to make the call to the pen.
So that'll do it for Christian Aiello. He goes 3 2/3, and 4 runs come in to score. 4-1 Bourne leads. We'll be back in a moment on Cape League TV. You're up. 4-1 Bourne leads. Top of the 4th inning with 2 out. Fisher Cantrell in relief of Christian Aiello from one Jacksonville State Gamecock to another. As Cantrell from the right-hand side delivers to the lefty hitting Rustin Rigdon with 2 out. And the pitch is low for ball 1.
Cantrell this season, a 4 ERA in 9 innings, 15 strikeouts, holding opponents to a 182 batting average.
A hit in at least all 4 innings for Bourne so far today. And 4 hits in the last 3 innings, a run in each of the last 3 innings as well. Wild throw almost goes into center, and Farner had to deflect it like a hockey goalie to Jeff Luigi.
Well, I think Farner didn't think the throw was actually going to come down to second, and that's why he kind of seemed a little late to get to it.
But he's 20 feet behind the first base bank. Jeff Luigi on the edge of the outfield grass, as is Matthew Farner. Jeffrey's even with the bag at third. 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. Riker Waite, the RBI double that knocked Christian Aiello out of the game for the Commodores' left-handed starter. 3 2/3 innings of action, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch from the righty Cantrell with 2 out is inside and high for ball 3. Walks, walks, walks continue to be the issue, Tim.
It does, and it's been a problem this season that the Commodores have struggled with.
Of the 4 walks issued by Christian Aiello, 3 came in to score. 75% of Bourne's runs this evening. Upstairs for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk from Fisher Cantrell to Rustin Rigdon, and there's 2 on for the Braves with 2 out.
And that is one of the only things that Cantrell has struggled with a bit. 7 walks in his 9 innings of work. That is 8th now.
Cantrell deals with the lefty hitting Matt Bolton. Center fielder out of Binghamton, 1 for 2 in the ballgame, a single in the top of the 3rd, and a grounder to Lucci in the 1st. Cantrell delivers, swing and a miss.
I mean, his stuff's so good. He can keep attacking these guys.
Cantrell with elite strikeout stuff in his last 18 2/3. Combined between the Gamecocks and the Commodores, 34 strikeouts. 0-1 offering. Line foul, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a run home for the Braves in the top of the 4th. They lead 4-1 in a potentially decisive game 2. If Bourne wins, they go on to play Hyannis. Double steal incoming, pitch high, throw to third from Brooks, a dive from Jeffries, and it goes off him. Coming to the plate to score is Riker Waite, and not even a throw from Braden Jeffries. Up to second in the process goes Rigdon, and it's now 5-1.
The aggressiveness keeps up from Bourne, and it's still working. They're making it tough on Falmouth. And a mistake like that is really tough to see because all of this has come with 2 outs. It was a 3-1 game. No one was on, all with 2 outs.
So it's a double steal and a need 2. 2 runs on a hit and 1 error home in the top of the 4th. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, swing and a miss with a letter-high fastball, and the inning finally comes to an end. So Bolton's down on strikes, but not before 2 runs on a hit, 1 error, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 5-1 Bourne, here on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, let's take a look at the Cape storylines. The Mariners steer to victory. Harwich upsets Brewster 4-0, allowing only 3 hits. Scoreless game until the 7th. YD stuck on Chatham's hook. Number 4 Chatham upsetting YD at Merrill Red Wilson Field with a 9-5 victory yesterday. Chatham opened the scoring with a 2-run homer in the 3rd, and Katuit is left in an S. Hyannis goes on to the West Division Finals to take on the Bourne Braves or the Falmouth Commodores.
It's going to be a tough matchup for either team, whether they make it through this game. Bourne currently up 5-1 in very good positioning. Falmouth needs a major comeback, but still a lot of time in this game. Bottom of the 4th, you've only had 3 trips to the plate. You've put up some good at-bats against a very good pitcher, Ben Dean.
For Ben Dean so far, he's gone 3 innings of action, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. We talked about Christian Aiello's strikeout stuff. Well, Ben Dean might have said, hold up a second.
He's been at another level.
Carter White to lead off bottom 4, 6, 7, and 8 in the Falmouth order. It's White followed by Luigi and Brooks. Righty-lefty matchup and a 4-run lead for Bourne. First pitch, and White a high pop behind the plate. Giving it a look is Eastap, who races over and drops the ball. So the Commodores will take it. That's strike 1.
Breath of life. To see that drop down, now Carter White's got to take his opportunity.
So they marked that as an error. The catcher Eastep. 0-1 count to White. So for one in the ball game with a fly ball to Osterhaus in left. A 1 pitch, strike 2. White, a .288 hitter through 20 games. 0 for 3 in last night's ball game, 0 for 1 to begin tonight. Dean looking for his 8th strikeout. Pitch low for ball 1. One-two pitch with nobody out. Check swing from White. Did he go around? Sam Finn says he did not, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The righty Ben Dean to the lefty Carter White. Bourne ahead of Falmouth 5-1 here in the West Division semifinals, game 2. 2-2. White a high pop, middle of the diamond. Riker Waite, the shortstop, is back. The call and the catch for the first out. So White pops out. 1 out and the base is empty. Home half of the 4th for Jeff Luigi.
Trying to establish hard contact again since the 2nd inning. That was when the Commodores had 3 batters put up some good at-bats, get some good pieces on the baseball.
Jeff, one of 7 strikeout victims against the right-hander Dean, who fires the opener to Luigi outside for ball 1. Luigi 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Luigi was in the 6th spot, 2 strikeouts, a fly ball to left, and a tapper back to the mound in the 6th. Breaking pitch outside for ball 2. Rather 0 for 2 to begin, excuse me. Austin Maley came in place of him in the 6th inning as a defensive replacement. So a strikeout and a fly ball for Jeff, and then a tapper and a strikeout for Maley. But he's ahead in the count here, 2-0 against Dean. Fouled back 2-1. Luigi swing and a miss. Fastball from Dean, and it's 2-2. Luigi only 8 games this year with the Duke Blue Devils, a 176 batting average there. Spent time with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks last summer. 2-2 with 1 out. Fastball way high and away for ball 3. Looks like Dean lost his footing and the count's full.
A couple of walks would be really big. He hasn't offered any of those to the Commodores hitters.
Commodores 3 hits so far tonight. No walks allowed by the right-hander Ben Dean through 3 1/3. 2 straight innings with an error committed by the Bourne Braves. Payoff pitch with 1 out. As Luigi fists it off the hands up against the netting on the third base side.
That may have been slightly inside, but has to be a swing from Luigi with 2 strikes.
So it'll be a payoff pitch again from Dean to Luigi with 1 out. Bourne right-hander comes set and at the stretch position left side of the rubber. Payoff home, and Luigi lines it into right field for a base hit. Great at-bat put together by the Commodores' second baseman, and he's aboard with 1 out.
Honestly, I feel pretty good about Dallas Brooks and Gavin Greger coming up to the plate. Dallas Brooks had a great first at-bat with line drive. Greger also did. Just was right at the center fielder.
2 solid pieces of contact for both, as Tim mentioned. .340 on-base percentage combined, .280 average between the two, as Brooks takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Dallas didn't think so. Nonetheless, he's behind 0-1. Brooks rocketed an RBI single into center his last trip to the plate. Got the Commodores on the board and made it a 2-1 game then. In the dirt as Estep feels it. Fires down to second, not in time. Stolen bag, or rather on the pass ball. Wait to see how it's scored, but Luigi gets into second.
Estep was struggling to get around Dallas Brooks, but he wasn't in a bad spot at all. He wasn't impeding him where he was standing, but Estep was frustrated that Brooks maybe was impeding him.
Dallas didn't move anywhere. He was just present
stayed
in
exactly
the lefty batter's box.
where he was.
No reason to call interference there. Thus, the call was not made. Swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup. Still at 86. Strong velocity from Dean, and it's 1-2 on Brooks.
His off-speed pitches are still above 80. Even that curveball.
One-two incoming to Brooks with one out. Dallas check swing. Did he go around? Sam Finn says he did not, and it's 2-2.
And this is where you have a runner on second base, one out. You need to try and get him in. Need to keep chipping away.
An eventful 4 innings for the Bravos so far. They've plated 5 runs. For the Commodores, they haven't scored since the second. 2-2 incoming to Brooks with one out. Righty-lefty matchup with Luigi off of second. Pitch inside, skips off the mask of Estep to the backstop. Luigi up to third, thinks about coming around to the plate, but he'll stop right there wisely. But it's caught in the dirt, and Robert McHugh just signals Luigi to stay put at third as the baseball was trapped.
That's huge. Now all you need is a sac fly from Brooks, and Luigi comes in to score.
Payoff pitch with one out to Brooks. Dean deals in a ground ball right side of the infield. That'll get the run home. The second baseman rigged into first. And an RBI ground out for Dallas Brooks makes it a 5-2 game.
That's big time. To get that extra run. When you get a guy at second, it's okay that you're not getting a lot in. There's still time in this inning. But just with all this time still, it's about just building up, coming back.
So the bases are empty with 2 out. And it's Gavin Greger to the plate. Third baseman Hawk in on the infield grass in potential anticipation of a bunt as Greger takes the fastball outside at 92. Got Waite, the shortstop, playing practically behind the second base bag. Rigdon is shaded over towards first at the second base position. And Farrell is about 5 steps behind the first base bag. 1-0 with 2 out. Fastball for a called strike, bottom of the zone. Greger disagreed. Second time you've seen a Commodore step out and ask Robert McHugh this inning. Dean, a shoulder shrug. Home with the 1-1. Breaking ball. Greger did not go around. Gavin, as Tim mentioned, a fly ball to center. Sharp piece of contact to end the bottom of the third. Check that bottom of the second to Matt Bolton. Two 2-1 pitch. Out of play, and it's 2-2.
Top of the order coming up next inning if Greger goes down here for the Commodores. But the pitching needs to limit hitters on Bourne at this point on.
It'll be a 2-2 from Ben Dean. Only inning in which he has not recorded a strikeout yet. But he's got one here as Greger goes down on strikes, and that does it for the Commodores in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and none left. We'll move to the fifth. 5-2 Bourne on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Five-2 Bourne as we move to the top of the 5th in Falmouth. You're watching the 2026 CCBL playoffs presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. It's the Bourne Braves, it's the Falmouth Commodores, and it's Fisher Cantrell to deal to the right-handed hitting Luke Costello to begin the top of the 5th. Middle third in the Bourne order due up against the right-hander Cantrell as Costello takes the breaking pitch at 79 low for ball 1.
These next couple of innings are so important for the Commodores pitching staff, whether it's Cantrell, whether it's another couple guys that come in.
Fastball is away at 90. 2 balls and no strikes on Costello, who homered to deep center in the top of the 2nd to lead off, and a strikeout against Christian Aiello, one of his 2 strikeout victims on the day. That came in the top of the 3rd. 2-0 outside corner, and it's 2-1. Costello followed by Mabius and Farrell here in the top of the 5th. Already matchup with nobody out as the 2-1 is flied first base side foul. Commodores get another run in the bottom of the 4th inning. A wild pitch advances Jeff Luigi to second, then gets to third and crosses the plate on a wild pitch, and then a ground out from Dallas Brooks. The Commodores look to creep that much closer, now a 3-run deficit. 2-2 from Fisher Cantrell, swing and a miss, as Costello is down on strikes for the 2nd straight at-bat.
It's also the 2nd straight strikeout for Fisher Cantrell.
Concluded the top of the 4th, retiring Matt Bolton. So with 1 out, it's Berkeley Mabius to come to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. And Cantrell from the middle of the rubber into his wind fires. Breaking ball fouled off in the box, as indicated by the home plate umpire, Robert McHugh. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th, 5-2. Bourne leads Falmouth. Should the Bravos win, they'll go on to the West Division Championship to take on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It would be their 5th straight appearance in a West Division final. Oh, 1 from Cantrell. Outside for ball 1. Maybe it's a walk and a bouncer to Braden Jeffries at third, who made a nice play to the forehand side on a high chopping pitch that maybe is swatted off the lip of the infield grass. 1-1, and it drills Berkeley Mabius. It was an inside hook from Cantrell and a 1-out base runner for Bourne.
That one just came way inside. There's 1 down, so it's no big deal for Cantrell. Just got to keep finding the zone after this. Double play in store as well. It's
Max Farrell to come to the plate. 1 on and 1 out. Farrell, 2 fly balls to center. Righty-righty matchup with 1 on and 1 out. Cantrell spins and throws back to first. For Berkeley, Mabius, he's now reached base in 4 of 7 trips to the plate here in the first round of the playoffs. Pitch high, check swing, and Max Farrell did not go around, says the first base umpire, Joe Gravina. Cantrell, deep breath and delivery. Breaking pitch away. Bit of a tendency to yank, as we saw there with Mabius getting drilled on the inside breaking ball in the lefty batter's box. Cantrell does it again there. So a 2-0 pitch incoming with 1 out. Spin and throw back to first. For Max Farrell, 17 of his 71 hits with the San Diego State Aztecs coming in extra base hits. 12 doubles and 5 triples. Fastball high, Brooks snap throw back to first, and having to stay on his toes is Mabius. He just slid in ahead of the tag applied by Putty.
Really close. What a great throw by Brooks. I mean, on the money.
The 3-0 pitch incoming with 1 out. A large situation looms here for the Commodores. Cal Travers getting hot in the bullpen. Pitch inside corner, called strike 1. For Commodore pitching, they've already issued 5 walks through the opening 4 1/3. Of those 5 walks, 3 have come in to score. 3-1 pitch, high for ball 4. So there's the 6th walk. And less than 5 innings of action. And 2 runners on with 1 out for the Bravos. 2 free passes, a hit batsman to Mabius, and now a walk to Farrell.
And in a situation where you're down 3 runs, you just can't keep giving up free bases.
So it's Justin Osterhaus to the plate, a single in the top of the 2nd, and a ground ball to Putty on the backhand side at first to lead off the 4th. He's 1 for 2. First pitch from the righty Cantrell is hammered to deep right field. Going back is Gregor all the way back. Warning track wall, and that ball is gone. A 3-run shot off the bat of the former Commodore, Justin Osterhaus. And the Bourne Braves have smacked this game wide open. It's now 8-2 Bravos.
Everything's just become a lot more tough for the Commodores. You see out in right field, Gavin Gregor, after that went out, he kind of hung out at the wall, at the track for a good 5-10 seconds, just thinking about the moment of how tough that home run was to give up. 6-run lead. This is going to be a really tough comeback for the Doors as Coach Dom is out.
8-2, Bourne leads, top 5, 1 out, and the base is empty. That'll do it for Cantrell, and Cal Travers comes into the game on the other side of the break on Cape League TV. Welcome back to Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. 8-2 lead for Bourne over Falmouth. New pitcher in the ball game. It's the left-hander Cal Travers.
Travers has been one of the best arms out of the pen for the Commodores this summer. 4 appearances and has a 2.16 ERA, 8 strikeouts to 2 walks. No one on base, 1 out.
Lefty-righty matchup to begin. Cal Travers is outing. It's the third baseman Austin Huck who takes a called strike. Final line in the ball game for Fisher Cantrell. He goes 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Nothing in 1 offering. For Hawk, a walk and a fly ball to Gavin Greger in right. One pitch. Breaking ball grooved in, just missing the top of the zone. Two-one pitch outside for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Righty-lefty matchup, bases empty, top 5, 6-run lead for Bourne. Line center field in front of Peralta, base hit.
Just got to get out of this inning and not give up any more damage. Keep giving your offense a chance. Obviously, it's going to require something pretty special to come back down 6. But there is a lot of time in this game.
So Bryce Eastep comes to the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly ball to left and a walk. In the top of the 4th, he came around to score as part of a 2-run inning for Bourne. 3 of the last 4 innings, 2 runs or more for the Bravos. They're out to an 8-2 lead. Eight runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Bourne. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Falmouth. 1 on, 1 out, top 5. As the righty hitting catcher Bryce Eastep, Travers will throw over to first. Travers a 2.16 ERA through 8 1/3 innings of action. 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts in his Commodores tenure so far. Off the end of the bat, jam shot, broken bat, shallow right center. Long run for Greger, a dive, and he can't come up with it. So close to making what could have been the play of the year. Nonetheless, it drops in for a single, and now there's 2 on with 1 out.
Heck of an effort by Greger on this ball. You know, it's just unfortunate it falls out of his glove. For a second there, I really thought he made the play.
So it's back to the top of the batting order. Riker Waite to the plate. And rather a pinch hitter coming into the ball game for the Bourne Braves.
Yeah, it's Gabriel Milano.
So Milano into the ball game. Appeared last night in the 6th spot. He was 0 for 3. Travers, lefty on lefty, deals a breaking pitch for a called strike at 81. Peak at second. And the 0-1 is outside. Nice stop in the dirt from Brooks.
A little bit weird to see Riker Wade out of the game this early. No, it's 8-2 now, but it's been one of your best hitters if you're Bourne.
1-1 pitch incoming with 1 out. Hawks off a second, Eastep off a first. As Milano swings and misses, it's 1-2. Milano, a .222 hitter out of the University of Miami, where he deposited 4 homers and 18 RBIs. Teammate of Fabio Peralta. Travers home with the 1-2. Outside corner called strike 3. A nice pitch from Cal, second strikeout of the inning. First via the backwards K, and there's 2 gone and 2 out. So Rustin Rigdon comes to the plate. With Hawk on second, Estep on first. 2 out. And Cantrell will look to get out of the inning unscathed. From the left side of the rubber, Cal delivers, and it's a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Lined into shallow center field. Fabio Peralta comes on to make the catch and end the top of the 5th. But 3 runs on 3 more hits, no errors, 2 left. Halfway home, it's 8-2 Bourne. Timmy Weiss has you on the other side of the break on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly options. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, a proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store, located at 147 T-Ticket Highway, and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. Andrew Hillsman down on the sideline as the Commodores are down 8-2 to the Bourne Braves. And we take a look at the championship bracket. Here is how it currently shapes up. An update on the top left corner on your screen. Hyannis has beat Catuit, which means they are into the semifinals. They will face the winner of Bourne and Falmouth. And then in the West, you see YD is down 1-0 in the series to Chatham, and Harwich up 1-0 in the series against Brewster.
And a scoreboard update for you. No score between YD and Chatham out in Veterans Field in the middle of the 4th inning. 4-3, Brewster leads Harwich currently as it stands. If the Whitecaps win, they force a Game 3 back at Stony Brook Field tomorrow night.
A lot more offense in that game today than there was yesterday. Through 7 innings yesterday, there was no runs. But anyways, a long road ahead for all these teams still, just the first round, as Bourne leads this series 1-0 and is in very good shape right now of continuing on in their run. Falmouth would go out with a loss today. It's the first time the Doors are in the playoffs since 2023. The last time they were in 2023, Falmouth also went down in the first round, a 2-0 sweep to Hyannis back in that year. But Falmouth needs a pretty special comeback to rewrite the history books and change the result that happened last time. We take a look at Fabio Peralta up at the plate, the leadoff hitter. He has had a fantastic season with the Commodores. Been excellent stealing bases, 19 on the season, tied for first. But just a lot of hard contact. Had 2 hits yesterday against Bourne, a 4-for-5 game against Bourne as well, back on the 28th of July. Swings and misses.
And it's a new pitcher in the ballgame, Tim. It's Maddox Webb, the right-hander out of Mississippi State. A 0-1 win-loss record on Cape Cod with a 6.75 ERA, 5 1/3 innings of action, and 10 strikeouts.
So the day is done for Ben Dean. One is cut on and missed. And what a day it was for Ben Dean. Was really in control. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, but 8 strikeouts. That was what the Doors just couldn't get over And 8 runs on the board for Bourne. 0-2 is fouled back. Peralta has struck out twice today. He was the first strikeout of the game and the 5th strikeout for Ben Dean. But on the season, Peralta leads the Doors in runs, doubles, and stolen bases. 0-2 from Webb is low.
When we spoke to Jack Dom earlier today, Tim, he mentioned that Fabio Peralta was the, quote, best all-around improved player he had seen of any of the Falmouth Commodores this summer. That's high praise from your manager, managing over 60 different, or right near 60 different players this summer.
Peralta played more games than any Commodore, 35 in the regular season, played yesterday against Bourne in Game 1. 1-2 is a check swing he offers. The first out of the bottom of the 5th is a strikeout on Fabio Peralta.
The second straight strikeout issued by Bourne pitching, the 9th in the ball game through 4 1/3. When Fabio Peralta is getting tied up on a pitch like that and having an 0-for-3 day, that's when you know Bourne's pitching has been belligerent.
Same thing with Braden Jeffries at the plate. 2 strikeouts on the game. Had 21 strikeouts in 25 games this regular season. First pitch inside, and it's 1-0. Jeffries has been all around the best hitter on the Doors this season. A .340 average, which was the 3rd best on Cape. He lines it over the shortstop Waite's head for a base hit, and the Commodores have a base runner on in the bottom of the 5th with 1 down.
That's all Jeffries was intending to do, just get bat on baseball. He was 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts, similar to Peralta entering this inning. But just dumps it into shallow left center and gets on the board with a hit.
It brings up A.J. Putty, who is the only Commodore that has reached twice today. A single in the 1st and reached on an error in the 3rd. First pitch, low and outside. It's 1-0. What Putty has done over the last couple of games has truly been remarkable. First time this season, he is batting 3rd. And for good reason. The 1-0. Inside, and it's 2-0. Putty currently is on a 5-game extra base hit streak. A 6-game hit streak as well after today. Trying to extend his extra base hit streak still. Strike 1.
Well located there. It's one of those pitches where Putty's going to guess because it's low. Do I take it for ball 3, put myself in a good position, or do I drive it? You have worries about hitting a ground ball, even with the speed of Jeffries.
Webb sets, fires. Outside, it's 3-1. The Doors need a big inning if they want to come back in this game. Down 6. Falmouth has not come back from 6 runs in a game this season to win. The pitch is lined over Waite's head again. And back-to-back base hits for the Doors. 2 runners on with 1 down.
Yeah, the 3 base hits over Riker Waite's head tonight. Braden Jeffries, Dallas Brooks, and now A.J. Putty just out of the reach of his glove. He's got to be the most frustrated guy out in the field right now. Come on, why can't it stick in my glove?
There was one time earlier in the game as well where he nearly caught a line drive from Dallas Brooks.
And he's got great range at shortstop too, Timmy. I mean, it's tough when you know it's evading the reach of Riker Waite. Just perfectly placed baseballs on the part of Jeffries and A.J. Putty. So it's interesting, Scott Landers out to the mound for a conversation. It's not Leaf Bigelow, the pitching coach, Timmy.
And we've seen him do that already today as well. So he's utilizing going out there talking to his guys, and even in a 6-run ball game, he still knows you got to go out there, pitch to these Commodore hitters, get out of a jam. Because any sign of life, and the Commodores could have some hope at home for the first time in the playoffs since 2023. One down, Tommy Harrison at the plate. Check swing. Did he offer? No. 1-0. Harrison 0 for 1 today. Did reach in the third after he was hit by a pitch. Rising redshirt senior at Miami, Ohio. Maddox throws. In there for strike 1. Harrison, the MAC Player of the Year, and a part of the first team East All-Region. Rawlings All-America third-team member. He led the MAC in home runs with 17. The 1-1. Strike 2. Not only home runs, though. He led in OPS, RBIs, and slugging. His 85 RBIs were 5th in the country and broke the Miami, Ohio school record. 1-2 count. Fouled off. It's Putty at first and Jeffries at second. Back-to-back singles for the Doors. Trying to rally down 6 in an elimination game. Webb throws just outside. Harrison in 11 games, hitting .300 with the Doors in the regular season. The pitch, cut on and missed. A huge strikeout for Maddox Webb, and there's 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Still 2 runners on. Matthew Farner comes to the plate.
Still a very tough pitch to hit for Tommy Harrison. That's an inside back hip breaking ball. Harrison, you feel, though, only a swing or 2 away. I mean, Bourne's done a good job not making any mistake pitches to him so far in this series.
Certainly can't. 6 extra base hits in his 11 games in the regular season. Matthew Farner up at the plate. He is the only Commodore with an extra base hit today. First pitch, huge cut and missed. Farner, a rising senior at Georgia, transferred from North Florida. And on deck, his teammate this spring, Carter White. But 2 down and an 0-1 count. Webb deals. Just high. Farner yesterday had the Doors' first 2 hits of the game. En route to 8 during the whole game. Cuts and misses. He's down to his last strike. The Doors are down to their last strike of the bottom of the 5th.
It's that high rising fastball right now for Maddox Webb. It's been working incredibly well. Mentioned the 10 strikeouts in 5 1/3 this year with Mississippi State, 30 through 25 1/3. Teammates with former Commodores, Owen Slater, Ryder Woodson, soon to be Carter White, and a balk called.
Balk called, and that brings up a major opportunity for Matthew Farner. Putty advances down to second. Jeffries is down to third. Farner, with 4 RBIs in 8 games during the regular season, has a chance to drive in 2 and make it a 4-run ball game. Absolutely critical moment for Falmouth. Needing some life. The 1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. Maddox, Webb silences the Doors in the bottom of the 5th. Bourne still leads 8-2 as we head to the 6th on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
As we welcome you back to Commodores Baseball. Netting Pros, Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros, Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic.
We welcome you back to Gov Fuller Field as Bourne holds a commanding 8-2 lead over Falmouth. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. Andrew Hillsman down on the sideline. First pitch is low for Matt Bolton. Cal Travers into the game for his second inning of work. Bolton 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 3rd. And it's 2-0. Travers, a rising sophomore at Longwood, one of the few lefties on the Commodores. He spent time earlier this summer as well with the Tri-City Coalcats.
Hit machine, Timmy.
2-1, Bolton elects for a bunt. Brooks has to collect it. Quick throw to first. In time. 1 down in the top of the 6th. A nice throw by Dallas Brooks.
A cannon. He got to show that off. Wow, beat Matt Bolton, who's a speedy runner, by the way, by just about a half step. Really nice play to come out of his crouch by the Commodore catcher.
It was a smart bunt by Matt Bolton. Certainly caught the Commodores off guard, but just a better throw by Dallas Brooks. Luke Costello comes up from the right side with 1 down. Travers deals. Half swing. He offers. 0-1. Costello 1 for 3, but had a home run in the 2nd, which opened the scoring for Bourne. They haven't looked back since. He lines it at the shortstop, Farner, collects it on the backhand, and it's scooped by Putty at first in time for the 2nd out.
I gotta tell you, A.J. Putty's defense all summer has been notably impressive. Commodores have just had it locked down at the first base position all year. You think of Riley Jackson straight to A.J. Putty. Phenomenal defense at the other hot corner, I like to call it, because you get involved in the action a lot as a first baseman.
A.J. Putty involved on the hitting and the fielding side for the Commodores recently. Brings up Berkeley Mabius with 2 down. 2 quick outs for the Commodores, and it's chopped high. Jeffries collects it, and that's over to first for the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. The Commodores cruise through it, And Bourne is still holding an 8-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, a proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store, located at 147 T-Ticket Highway, and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball. Andrew Hillsman here on the sidelines. Bourne is up by 6 with still a little bit left to go in this game as we're entering the home half of inning number 6. And it's been the same story as yesterday for Bourne pitching. They've been able to limit the walks. Falmouth pitching has not been able to do the same thing. And the Bourne hitters deserve as much credit as well for drawing the walks that they have. They've drawn 13, Falmouth just 2. And Ben Dean turned in a good start. 8 strikeouts for him, no walks. And it's got to happen now for Falmouth. They've had good hits today, much like yesterday, but just have not been able to bring anything across, guys.
Thanks so much, Andrew, and we welcome you back to Gov Fuller Field. It really is now or never for Falmouth. 4 innings to score 6 runs. You got to keep chipping away now. You can see the dugout over there. Still some life with time to go, but it's slowly dimming as the light is dimming as well, on par with the Commodores' hopes.
Gets late early.
As it's flied out into right field, Costello moves over and makes the play, and there's one down. Jeff Lugie comes up to the plate. Lugie 1 for 2. A single in the 4th and got all the way to third base, but could not be brought home. Webb deals strike 1 on Lugie. And the story of the game, again, is the Commodores allowing a big inning on the pitching side of things. The last 5 games, including today, the Commodores have allowed 3 runs or more in at least 1 inning.
Yeah, it's limiting the big inning. That's been the issue all year long, Tim, and a couple of big innings tonight. 2-run top of the 2nd, 2-run top of the 4th, and a 3-run 5th.
It was 4 in the bottom of the 5th yesterday against Bourne that broke things open. 0-2 is cut on and missed. A nasty pitch from Maddox Webb, and there's 2 down.
That's like if you're running a slant in football as a wide receiver and you get a perfectly placed ball right into your hands. That's what it was right there. But it's like you're playing ultimate frisbee in the backyard. Almost unhittable pitch there for Jeff Lugie. Looks like it's dipping way outside and then just conveniently curves back into the outer third.
The movement, really incredible from Webb. Brings up Dallas Brooks. Has 2 RBIs today, both of them for the Commodores. He takes strike 1. A scorching single in the 3rd, and an RBI ground out to second base in the 4th. Brings him up to 12 RBIs this season. As he lines it right at the shortstop up the middle. Wait. Fires to first, and a very quick bottom of the 6th. Bourne still leads 8-2. We head to the 7th inning on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Three more innings to go at Gov Fuller Field, and it's time to take a look at the scores across the Cape, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism.
Brewster currently with a 4-3 lead over Harwich at White House Field in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runners on for Brewster with 2 out. Bottom of the 5th at Veterans Field in Chatham. No score between the Red Sox and the Anglers, and it's a final at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Hyannis advances to the West Division Championship round with a win over the Cotuit Cavaliers, and here in Falmouth, it's 8-2 Bourne.
The Bourne dugout in very good spirits, and nothing not to be happy about when you're up 8-2 and are just 9 outs away from going to your 5th straight West Final appearance. Every one of those 4 years before, Bourne has made it to the championship. Still a ways to go there. The winner of this does play Hyannis, as we mentioned, who took down Cotuit earlier today.
So Nick Croce's at second now for Falmouth, in place of Jeff Lugie. Rest of the infield and outfield remains intact.
Cal Travers still on the mound for the Doors. Max Farrell up at the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Your attention, please. If you are the owner of a black F-350 with the license number B91492, please move your vehicle. Thank you.
That one's just high, so it's 2-0 to Max Farrell. The Commodores need to keep getting through the Bourne lineup without allowing any more. They're trying to avoid losing a 5th straight game for the first time this season. 4 straight losses entering today. It started with the doubleheader on Saturday, a game that Falmouth was up 2-0 going into the bottom of the 6th at Hyannis. And a 4-pitch walk to Max Farrell to start off the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and of the 7 innings played today so far, Timmy, 5 of those innings have begun with a base runner for Bourne.
Five of the innings have also had a run come to the plate for the Braves.
That's the 7th walk of the game, also issued by Commodore
It gets
pitcher.
away from Dallas Brooks, and down to second goes Farrell. Runner on second with no outs in the top of the 7th. Justin Osterhaus, the former Commodore, has done damage today. His 3-run shot in the 5th really put really made it a very tough scenario for the Commodores. That made it 8-2. Cuts and misses. 1-1. A 2-for-3 day, though. Took away outs yesterday. He's been doing it all this series.
Very valuable. 2 hits, 3 RBIs today, 2-for-3 day.
1-1 pitch. It's foul tipped. 1-2. Last season with the Commodores, Osterhaus played in 35 games and hit .258. That's as many games as Fabio Peralta played, who had the most games of any Commodore this summer.
And steady numbers for him as well.
1-2 is outside and low. This time collected by Brooks.
And you're right, Tim. I mean, practically identical numbers all around in the batting department. 652 OPS, 666 OPS for Peralta. Between both Osterhaus and Peralta's combined statistics as Commodores.
Peralta more doubles, 6 on the season, compared to Osterhaus's 4 last summer. And very well, Peralta could have had 10 or 11. The amount of line drives he's had caught.
A homer and more RBIs for Osterhaus last year, but Peralta nonetheless, I mean, a great season. Osterhaus a year older as well. First time in the Cape Cod League for Fabio Peralta.
Two-two pitch as Travers falls down on the mound. After that pitch, he looks to be okay. Little bit of a slip and slide on the pitcher's mound. Travers got through the Bourne lineup, 1-2-3 in the 6th. A much tougher task now. Full count, runner goes, it's low, it's a walk, and the runner advances in Farrell. First and third for Bourne, no outs in the top of the 7th.
Stolen base for Max Farrell as well. That's what Bourne just will do to you. They will keep coming out, no matter what the score is, and take it to you. Indicative of last year's championship, a 19-2 victory in the clinching game over the YD Red Sox. They do not stop, and they're not afraid to stop, and why not? Save up for the West Division Championship round. As Jack Dom's going to come out and pay Cal Travers a visit, I'm sure it's about that slip, because he's got no one warming in the bullpen until now.
And certainly a good idea to take a look at him. I mean, it was a scary slip. And he got up just fine as Dom's now headed back to the dugout. Dom always such a caring guy for his players. He's always got their best interest at heart. And he's described to us how important it is for the guys on his team to just develop. Put them out in tough situations that they might not get at college so they can keep growing on the Cape. First and third. Travers throws back to first. The check on Osterhaus. Back-to-back walks, and Austin Hawk up at the plate. 1 for 2 today, a single in the 5th, and a walk in the 2nd. Travers deals, and a stolen base. No throw comes down as Osterhaus poaches second base. There's no outs, and the damage could get worse for Falmouth in the 7th.
And if it doesn't, it could get into mercy rule territory, Tim.
10 runs is the mercy rule point. It's fouled away. Still some room to go for there.
As there's no mercy rule in the playoffs, we find out.
So we will play baseball no matter what through 9. 0-2 count to Austin Hawk. Travers fires. It's flied out and drifting foul down the right field line, out of play.
I was just going to say, because in my previous statement, I mentioned how Bourne beat YD 19-2 last year. I'm like, hey, did all those runs just come in the 9th inning?
It's a good point. Throughout the regular season, we saw a couple of mercies with Falmouth. But a big spot trying to keep the hopes alive. 0-2 pitch outside. Hawk, one of the many Wake Forest players of the Bourne Braves. Pitch, fouled back. Played earlier this summer with the Danville Otterbots in the Appalachian League. It's in Virginia, which is in the southern part of the state, close to the North Carolina border. Had a very successful stint before he came over to the Braves there. Hit .333 in 22 games and an OPS over 1,000. 9 RBIs with Bourne. The pitch, it's now up the middle, and one runs in, another one coming in. Make it 11 RBIs for Austin Hawk as the lead grows bigger for Bourne. 10-2 in the top of the 7th.
It's the walks continuing to bite the Commodores tonight, Tim. I mentioned how 3 of the 5 walks have come in to score well. Now 5 of the 8 have come in.
And now Coach Dom walks out to the mound. And this will be the day for Cal Travers. Falmouth down 8 runs in the top of the 7th. Things going from bad to worse at Gov Fuller Field. We'll take a quick step aside and be right back. Back at Gov Fuller Field, and there are no outs in the top of the 7th. A 10-2 ball game, Bourne over Falmouth. A new pitcher is in, J.R. Struck, the right-hander, a rising sophomore at Rollins University, a D2 school northeast of Orlando. Runner on first. It was a 2 RBI single by Austin Hawk that just made it a 10-2 lead and forced Cal Travers out of the game. First pitch swinging by Bryce Estep. 0-1. Estep, a rising senior at Coastal Carolina, originally from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. It's 0-2.
0-2 win-loss record for Struck. ERA south of 9, 6 1/3 innings. It's his 7th appearance, all in relief.
The pitch in there for strike 3. Got him looking. That's the first out of the top of the 7th. Gabriel Milano up at the plate. Pinch hit for Riker Waite in the 5th. First pitch is flied high, going towards third base. Jeffries camps under it. Makes the play, and there's 2 down. Two quick outs from J.R. Struck as he's entered the game.
A good job pitching to contact. You get Milano to pop up. Second time that Milano's out in the ball game. Went down on strikes by the backwards K in the 5th, and now a pop up to Jeffries here in the 7th.
Rustin Rigdon's turn to do battle against Struck. Pitch, flied but foul down the left field area. Bourne, despite an 8-run lead, has 9 hits to Falmouth's 6. It's really been the walks that has given the Braves offensive firepower today. 8 walks on the day. One hit by pitch as well. And aggressive base running. 5 stolen bases on the ball game. 0-2, just inside.
Rather, it's 6 of the 8 walks that have come in to score, not just 5 of the 8. So take away those 6 walks, 6 runs less. And you look at Bourne, only gave up 2 walks in its entirety across 27 outs last night.
And Falmouth has had its chances. That one's low. 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. Couple times we've seen runners on second and third. Doors haven't gotten that big hit. 2-2 is flied high into center field. Peralta sprints in. And there is the 3rd out of the top of the 7th. Bourne grabs a pair and is up 10-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
It is all Bourne 10-2 as we enter the bottom of the 7th. It's been a tough one for the Doors. Just a lot of numbers on each one of those innings for Bourne. They've tacked on a couple of runs consistently throughout this ball game, and Falmouth just hasn't had a chance to breathe and try and come back.
Yeah, 4 multi-run innings for the Bourne Braves. Rather, 4 multi-run innings. And the Commodore pitching, like I mentioned, has issued 8 walks so far today outside of the 6th inning, a 1-2-3 inning pitch by Cal Travers. The Bourne Braves have gotten a hit in every other inning of the ballgame.
It's a new pitcher in for the Braves as Jaden Alba takes over, the right-hander.
As Cam Papetti out of Bryant's behind the plate now, new catcher in the game for the Bourne Braves.
Falmouth needs a pretty miraculous comeback at this point. They have scored more than 10 runs against Bourne this season. That was at Gov Fuller Field. Just over a week ago, July 28th, Falmouth scored 13 runs to clinch the playoffs for the first time since 2023. That was a 13-9 win over Bourne. Falmouth is 2-1 on the season against the Braves. They have not lost against the Braves at Gov Fuller Field since the 7th of July. First pitch is inside on Gregor.
This game they got no hit. Sunday night loss on July 5th, but a 4-1 loss. Commodore scored a run but didn't get a hit.
It was the first no-hitter on Cape Cod since 2022. Commodores were up 1-0 after the first. Always funny how that works. Gregor, one of the rare Commodores at the plate right now, who is in his second summer with the team. So it's 3-0. He only got to play in 4 games as a Commodore last summer. But now pretty much an everyday guy, as it's the home plate umpire. Joe Gravina is a little bit shaken up.
That's
Pitch
Robert
came off.
McHugh as Joe Gravina now comes in. Shoot, I don't know what happened. Must have gotten him in the masker above.
Coach Dom is out to check on him. And it's really been a big season for the Doors, even if this is the last game they play this season. Missed the playoffs in 2024 and 2025. And coming back this season and making it, having a shot at even getting first place in the division at a point.
Certainly a season of notable improvement, Tim. And made the Falmouth community proud. Good hard-nosed baseball for a decent portion of the regular season. An unfortunate finish with the 3 losses in a row and a quiet way to potentially go out here.
So Gravina is going to stay in the game. Looks to be just okay enough. We wish the best for him. Hope he is all right. Never want to see an injury in a game like this. So a couple of practice pitches from Jaden Alba, and then we'll get back underway. It's a 3-0 count to Gavin Gregor. In the bottom of the 7th, Bourne up 8. 9 more outs from reaching the West Division Finals. And they would take on Hyannis, most likely on Friday. Strike to Gregor, and it's 3-1. Ball 4 for Gavin Gregor. Just his 3rd walk of the season. The Doors have a base runner on in the bottom of the 7th.
You get a speedy guy on base for the top of the batting order.
Falmouth has put up some big innings this season. Against Hyannis, where they scored 15 runs, had a couple of huge innings. Against Bourne, just over a week ago as well. They need a couple here to keep their playoff dreams alive. Inside on Peralta, and it's 2-0. Peralta 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Not a guy who strikes out all that often. The 2-0. In there for strike 1. There's really been so many Commodores this season that have played a role in getting the Doors back to the playoffs. You remember early in the season with Ty Konis, Riley Jackson, Jimmy Nugent. Fouled away
Ben
by
Slanker.
Peralta.
Couple slank tanks.
Some really good hitters. Ryder Woodson.
How about the relief performances and some starting too? Jay Sean Unger, Kenyon Collins, Sachem Ramos, Pearson Reeboks, defensive elusiveness in the outfield and infield.
And his speed.
4 stolen bags against Orleans, night 1. We won't forget you, King.
Been some very fun moments throughout the season. The only time that Falmouth came back from 5 runs this season was July 3rd against Kitsui. Since one's grounded just foul. Falmouth was down 10-5 in the second inning and scored 5 to make it 10-10 going into the third. That was when Ben Slanker tied it up at 10 in a 10-8 ball game at the time before he hit the home run. Two-two count on Peralta. Gregor on first, no outs. The pitch. Outside, it's 3-2. Close from Alba. Peralta hit over 300 end the last 15 days of the regular season. 3-2, he's cut on and missed. The 4th strikeout of the game for Fabio Peralta, the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it hasn't been his night. He's been out in front of breaking balls throughout the entirety of the evening, whether it was Ben Dean, now with Joshua Surigao, who beautifully places that over the outside corner. Moves like, or rather has the speed of a changeup and moves with great break.
Braden Jeffries up with 1 out and a runner on first. Alba deals. Strike 1 on Jeffries. Jeffries 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts to start the day, but a single in the 5th. He got to second base, but could not be driven in. Or excuse me, rather the third base. A.J. Putty got to second base that inning.
How about Papetti's competitive advantage behind the plate, just stealing some strikes like right there. Sets up over the outside corner. Slight tug, nice frame job, sells the strike 2 call to McHugh.
0-2 count on Jeffries. The pitch is lined and into center field. The Commodores with 2 base runners on, 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Braden Jeffries just continues to hit the cover off the baseball. He's a hit machine.
2 straight at-bats with a hit. He's now 2 for 4 for the 2nd consecutive night, batting .500 in this series. He's the Commodores MVP, at least on the Falmouth side.
Jeffries earlier this season had a 14-game hit streak, which was the longest by a Commodore this season. And during that streak, 8 of 14 games, he had 2+ hits. A.J. Putty at the plate. First pitch strike. Putty, who certainly has the most power on the Commodores in this moment. 5-game extra base hit streak, 3 home runs on the season. All came in the last weekend of the season. Pitch inside. And it was really just a matter of time before he got going. Such an incredible season with Illinois. He's really loosened up at the plate, he says recently. That's what's helped him. As it's blooped and into the glove of the second baseman, Rigdon. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
I thought that was almost dropping into shallow center. How about that? But Putty just gets it off the end of the bat. He's dejected as he walks into the Commodore dugout. This is a guy waiting to break out in this playoff series, Tommy Harrison.
Harrison has not had a hit today, had 1 yesterday against Bourne. Was 2 for 4 against Bourne earlier this season. First pitch is outside. On the day has reached once after he was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, but struck out twice in the 1st and the 5th. One of 13 Commodores that has struck out today. 13 times. Harrison has come in with the doors, though, and provided such a spark in his 11 games in the regular season and 13th, including the playoffs. 1-1. is high.
Only 6 strikeouts for Commodore hitting last night with the 13 tonight, averaging 9.5 in the opening 2 playoff games, averaged 9.45 in the regular season, the most on Cape Cod with 378. So they're at their strikeout total average per game, Tim, from the entire season.
Yesterday had just 4 through 8 innings. 2-1 is cut on and missed. Harrison said that he was sitting at home for 2 weeks after playing summer ball with Mahoning Valley, and then he got bored and had his agency contact the Cape, and here he is. Say it was a good decision. 2-2 is low.
Mahoning Valley Scrappers used to be at the lower levels of minor league baseball, longtime affiliate of the then Cleveland Indians, now Guardians.
Harrison, a Cleveland, Ohio native. The Valley Scrappers, a part of the MLB Draft League. Full count. In there for strike 3. Alba gets him, and Bourne just keeps firing. 10-2, we head to the 8th inning on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field. Fans still in attendance at a 10-2 ball game, Bourne over Falmouth. Over 2,400 people here today. Really good to see the support at Gov Fuller Field. 2,700 at Doran Park yesterday.
Yeah.
These Cape League playoffs are a treat. First pitch to Matt Bolton is grounded and under the glove of Putty. It goes to the second baseman, Luigi, and in time.
How about
Sorry,
that?
that's Nick Croce at second base. Replaced Luigi.
No,
But,
Austin
wow.
Maley.
Austin
It's
Maley is
Austin
now
Maley in the game.
Excuse me.
Drew Turpin's at shortstop, Nick Croce at third.
A lot of defensive changes to start this inning for the Commodores. Austin Maley, who's been a part of the Commodores all season long, comes up with a trickery play that went under the glove of Putty originally. There's one down.
Gotta love baseball scoring 3-4-1 on that play.
So it's Croce at third, Turpin's at short, and Maley at second. Cut on and missed by Costello. He started this game with the bang. A center field bomb, his first of the season. His triple yesterday was also his first triple of the season. 0-2 is cut on and missed. Struck gets him. 2 quick outs in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, Costello's been held quiet since that homer. 3 strikeouts, 0 for 4 since.
Pinch hitter for Bourne, Ryan Pikatowski. A lot of new players coming into the ball game in an 8-run game. Top of the 8th, 2 outs. Struck has come in and been solid for the Doors as it's high. Outside. You know, I love that Coach Jack Dom brings in some of the important guys to this team in Austin Maley at second and then a fellow Mount Mercy player at shortstop.
Yeah.
That's where Coach Dom coaches throughout the season. Swung on and missed.
Soft changeup there. Well, it looked like a soft changeup. Happened to be an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Guess we were so used to seeing Ben Dean throw earlier today.
One day he had.
Yeah, became accustomed to high velocity.
2-1's high, and it's 2-2. Excuse me, 3-1 now.
Kaniel Rosado gets hot in the Commodore bullpen.
The pitch, cut on and missed. Struck has him down to his last strike with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Nick Croce at third, a new Commodore. He's only played in a couple games, made his debut on Friday. Cut on and missed, Struck gets out of it. A very quick top of the 8th. Bourne up 10-2 over Falmouth. We head to the bottom of the 8th on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
We roll along at Gov Fuller Field. The bottom of the 8th inning, Falmouth down 8 runs to Bourne. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. Andrew Hillsman down on the field level. And a new pitcher into the game for Bourne, Colton Starlin, the right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. Out of Western Carolina, a 0-0 win-loss record through 5 2/3 innings in 2026 with Western Carolina. 4 hits, 3 earned runs, gave up 1 homer, struck out 6, while walking just 1. And here in Bourne, 2 2/3 innings for Scott Landers. He surrendered only a hit, a walk, and he has struck out none.
To lead off this inning for the Commodores, it's Drew Turpins, who is pinch hitting for Matthew Farner, fellow Mount Mercy player with head coach Jack Dom. Dom, who's come in as a first-year head coach and guided Falmouth back to the playoffs for the first time since 2023. First pitch, cut on and missed. Turpins also played with Coach Dom last summer with the Clinton Lumber Kings. Coach Dom coached 5 years there before coming to Falmouth. 0-2 on Turpins. Turpin's had an incredible season with the Lumber Kings last summer. Hit .364, which was the best average on the team of any hitter with more than 100 plate appearances. 0-2, just outside. But he's built a really good relationship with Coach Dom. He tries to pick his brain about pretty much anything. He said Dom isn't afraid to let him know when he does something wrong as well. 1-2, fouled back. According to Turpins, Dom's son, who's 24, would be the first to tell Turpins when Dom wasn't happy about something he did out on the baseball field. One-two pitch is cut on and miss, strike three, and there's one down in the bottom of the eighth.
Yeah, definitely some good insight on that. I'm sure it's pretty cool. You come from your NAIA school out with your head coach here to Falmouth, play some baseball out east. Different change of scenery against some really good arms. Gives you all the reps you need. I'm sure Turpins has enjoyed his time here.
Carter White, the rising redshirt junior at Mississippi State, up at the plate with one down. Cuts and misses. Over the last month of the regular season, what White did was very special. Second on Cape in RBIs to just Bino Waters with Chatham, who had one more. White had 16 RBIs in 20 games. He takes strike two. It's going to be a little bit different for him going over to Mississippi State. He spent his whole life in Florida, a Naples, Florida native. It's outside. Spent his freshman season at UCF, redshirted, and transferred over to North Florida.
Yeah, a lot of UCF connections on this Commodores team, Tim.
A lot of Florida players on the Commodores. UCF, you got Canio Rosado, who's warming up in the bullpen. Dallas Brooks behind the plate. Two-two is flied foul. And for the Commodores, the playoffs have been a tough topic. Not making it the last 2 years, and in 2023 going down, 2022 going down in the first round. The last time Falmouth made it to the semifinals was back in 2019.
Yeah, lost to the then eventual champion Katuitt Kettleers. Made the championship last in 2016.
Were swept by Katuitt that season, but won the West Division. Had an 11-game winning streak that season. It was a pretty special year. 3-2 is grounded softly to Rustin Rigdon on target barely to first base, and there's two down.
Check that, it's Osterhaus. So the defensive replacements right now in the outfield. Farrell moves from first base to left field. Milano now shifts over to first. Osterhaus is at second base, and Rustin Rigdon is the shortstop.
A broadcaster's nightmare, as you would say.
Yeah, a lot of fixing in the book.
Falmouth is down to 4 outs in its season. First pitch to Nick Croce, strike one. Croce, who had a stint with the Saugerty Stallions this summer. He went down in the playoffs, knows what it feels like, and then came over to Falmouth for the end of the season.
Yeah, eventually lost to the runners-up, the Utica Blue Sox, former broadcast home of our producer, Landon Stills.
In 32 games, Croce had a .356 average. Also had 13 extra base hits, more than any Stallions player. 5 home runs there with the Stallions. That was top 10 in the Perfect Game League. A native of New York as well, Pine Bush, New York. 1-2. Outside. It's 2-2. Two down, 2-2 count to Croce. The pitch. Inside, it skips away from the catcher, Papetti. But there's no doubt that the Commodores roster in the next coming years is only going to get better.
Yeah, you figure it'll come over time. You know, Jack Dom coming in after 2 different managers in the last 2 years. Jeff Trundy finishing his longtime tenure, 26 years, 25 seasons at the helm of the Commodores. Then Jarrett Saltalamacchia before this.
It's grounded at the shortstop. Rigdon in time to first. And Falmouth is down to 3 more outs in its 2026 season. Bourne up 10-2. We head to the 9th on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Back at Gov Fuller Field, which could be the last inning of baseball. Canio Rosado into the game, number 22. A good reminder of the message Coach Dom has instilled in the Commodores all season long. Win the day, as he likes to say. Attitude, effort. It's all about that. Having fun as well. Shake and bake, as Coach Dom likes to say. We've mentioned this a couple of times on our broadcast, but it is really the mindset that has separated the Commodores and Coach Dom's coaching ability, especially over the last couple of years. The number 22 represents the favorite number of a kid who passed away with cancer that Coach Dom met and was inspired by that message.
Yep.
The kid goes by Flash. Has always been a source of hope for Coach Dom. It's fouled back. Rosado this season with the Commodores, a rising sophomore at UCF, has had some really strong appearances. He's had other games where he's had his ups and downs, but he's the youngest Commodore on the team at 18 years old. Perhaps one final pitching appearance for the Doors. It's outside.
And for Rosado this season, left-hander out of Manatee, Puerto Rico, 1-2 with a 12.1 ERA, 9 2/3 innings of action, 13 earned runs, 2 homers, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts.
outside, and it's 2-1 to Max Farrell. It's been an up and down season for the Commodores. Couple of fun winning streaks, 4-game winning streak that happened, which was the longest since 2024 by the Doors. There's been some downs as well, 2 4-game losing streaks, and then this, the third 4-game losing streak, would be the first time this season the Doors have lost 5 if the result holds here. Two is cut on and missed. Rosado gets the first out with a strikeout. It's 3 straight strikeouts by the Doors pitching staff.
Yeah, and that's a tough hitter to get out right there. Max Farrell, who is 0 for 2 in the ballgame with 2 hard pieces of contact, fly balls to center and Peralta, but came around to score twice, walked twice. Nice pitch there from Kanyel for the first out.
Pinch hitting is Elliot Medlock. Everyone coming to bat for the Braves. A lot of replacements into the game, up 8. Rosado fires, and it's cut back. Rosado, also a native of Florida, as we mentioned, the Florida Commodores.
Yeah, right. The Central Florida Commodores. You could call them the CFCs.
He's from Castleberry, Florida, which is just north of Orlando. 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Oh and 2 to Elliot Medlock. Rosado needs a couple more outs. Cut on and missed. Strike 3 again. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rosado as he enters the game in the 9th.
And he blew it right by Medlock right there. Medlock, a guy who likes to swing it for sure. And Rosado sees that, just goes power on power.
So Austin Hawk steps up to the plate with 2 down. Could be the last out by a Falmouth pitcher this summer. Pitch outside. Austin Hawk today, 2 singles and a fly out in the 4th. Also reached on a walk. He's had a good day. It's chopped very softly. Maley charges, and he can't make the play with his glove. Sneaks under.
And it's base hit for Austin Hawk. And this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited.
Well, the last time that Falmouth squared off against Bourne in the playoffs was in 2022. Bourne also took that. It actually went to 3 games that summer. Bourne went on to win the championship in Scott Lander's first season as head coach. They've won 2 more since then, including last summer. It's been a truly phenomenal run by the Braves over the last couple of summers.
Yeah.
They just know how to play baseball in the playoffs. Make it tough on teams.
It's a different ingredient that goes into being a champion, Timmy. And the Braves have every element of it. You think of all the extra bases they took tonight, situational hitting, making the most of reaching base on free passes.
Just kept pestering the Commodores on the bases, in counts, fouling balls off. And those are the type of things that sometimes make a championship roster. It's not always about the big hits. It's about the little things sometimes in baseball that make a difference. 2-1. Strike two. One more strike to go for Rosado as he tries to get out of the top of the ninth. In there for strike three. A great way to end it by the Commodores pitching staff. Rosado strikes out three in the top of the ninth. And we head to the bottom of the ninth on Cape League TV. Bourne up 8.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
After a Game 1 loss, Falmouth is on the ropes in Game 2. Down 10-2, Bourne with a 1-0 lead in the series. You take a look at the Falmouth dugout, the Doors that have done so much this season, getting back to the playoffs for the first time since 2023. Not too many smiles over there right now, as the Falmouth needs 8 runs to continue its season. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. Andrew Hillsman will be joining head coach Jack Dahm after the game. You won't want to miss that. To wrap up the season, if the result holds here, for the Commodores this inning, it's the 8-9 and 1 hitter, Dallas Brooks, Gavin Greger, and Fabio Peralta.
Mark Gialucci is going to come up to the plate in a new wing in the ball game for the Bourne Braves. It's Zach Kittrell, the right-hander who's gone 2 innings so far. He's given up just 1 hit, 1 walk. He has yet to strike out a batter, and only an inning and a third at Alabama this year. Pitched 13 and a third last summer in the New England Collegiate Baseball League for the North Shore Navigators.
Gialucci pinch hits for Brooks, and it's strike 1. Gialucci, a guy that came in later on in the season for the Commodores, rising redshirt junior at Villanova. 0-1 is blooped right at the second baseman. Osterhaus makes the play. And Falmouth is down to 2 more outs of the 2026 season.
It's been a fun ride nonetheless, Tim. 42 games later, here we are.
So many great memories from this summer for all Commodores players. I know that's true. Gavin Greger, he's been there to see it all. Missed a lot of the season after going out with an injury June 19th at Doran Park, but came back with vengeance. Went on a 9-game hitting streak after the All-Star break. One of the few Commodores players that has been around all summer. Hudson misses. It's 0-2. It's always amazing to see how few guys make it all the way through the summer.
Yeah, very few. Austin Maley can count. Fabio Peralta, Dallas Brooks, Gavin Greger.
0-2 in there for strike three. One more out to go for Bourne to get back to the West Finals for the 5th straight season and to end Falmouth's playoff run. Peralta points up towards the sky, and with 2 outs, could be the last batter of the 2026 summer for Falmouth. First pitch is inside. It's 1-0. Peralta has been here since Game 2. Him and Austin Maley arrived on the same day at Brewster, a game Falmouth won 6-5. Strike one on Peralta.
That was a great day for the pitching, too. Way back on June 14th, the 6-5 win, but before the Dane Harvey Grand Slam, a 2-1 game all the way throughout. Nate Stern and Jake Michalak with a great outing each.
Bourne with a win faces Hyannis in the next round to advance to the championship. And there's one more strike to go on Fabio Peralta as the Doors try to stay alive for one more pitch. Kittrell on the mound. Peralta at the plate. A 1-2 count. A check swing. Did he offer? Yes, he did. Bourne is going back to the West Finals for the 5th straight summer. And Falmouth's 46-year drought of a Cape League championship will have to wait another summer. Bourne bounces Falmouth 10-2 in the first round of the Cape League playoffs.
Yeah, tough loss. I mean, to be frank, it wasn't really close after the 4th or 5th inning. Bourne just took it to the Commodores, 18-4 in run differential. They finished the year 4-2-1 against Falmouth. They were the only team in the West Division with a positive run differential in the regular season. You knew come playoff time they were very likely to flip that switch like they always have done in the Scott Landers tenure.
You knew it was going to be extremely tough to take down the Bourne Braves. There was hope, though. Bourne had lost 7 straight going into this series, and you thought maybe the Commodores were catching them at a good time. It was the longest losing streak on Cape Cod, the longest in Bourne's history since 2012, but it was just not to be, as Bourne's playoff experience with Scott Landers proves to be too much.
And now they'll go to play a Hyannis Harbor Hawks team that's very grizzled, finished the regular season on a strong note, 22-18. Remember, this is a Hyannis team that started 4-9 in their final 27 regular season games. They went 18-9, now 20-9 in their last 29 after they take down the Kettleers 2 games in a row.
On the game, Bourne just got it going from the 2nd through the 7th inning. They scored at least 1 run in 5 out of those 6 frames. 2 runs in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and 2 in the 7th. And for Falmouth, they just couldn't come back from that margin. There was a point early in the game. It was just 2-1. Falmouth came back. There was some life as the team huddles up for one final time of this summer. Sure, there's a lot to be thankful for from Coach Dom right now, talking with this group for one final time.
Yeah, it was an onslaught all night from Bourne. They just do not stop, no matter who's called upon. You have a guy come into the game in the bottom of the 9th, Zach Kittrell, who's thrown 2 1/3 innings all season long for the Braves, and he comes in, just does the job. It's like a militia in a good way. Just how successful they are, no matter who they roll out, the Bourne Braves always find a way to stay competent, relevant, and at the top of the West Division and on Cape Cod, maybe 4 times in the last 5 years when all's said and done next week.
You see Coach Dom giving hugs to the president of the team and Chris Fitzgerald, first-year president, first-year head coach. Also giving hugs to the general manager in Tyler Young, a first-year general manager as well, raised in Cape Cod. So many first-year coaches a part of this roster that made it happen for the Doors to be back in this spot. And it really does feel like it's only up from here in the coming summers.
Yep. And you take a completely new cast and crew, whether it's the coaching staff, you get new management in. Heck, even on the broadcast side, 3 new broadcasters, right? Completely different year. And the Commodores defied expectations. They came in as the underdog. You missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. Doesn't matter if you have an 80% likelihood of making it in the first place. You're going to be doubted as the one that will not get in. But for the Commodores, they defied those odds, got in. You thought and would like for it to have been a more competitive first round. You got to keep it honest. It was not close last night, and it wasn't close tonight. But for the Commodores, a lot to look forward to, especially under the tenure of Jack Dunn, should his contract be renewed, and he's back another year here to manage the Commodores. As you can see, the management of the Commodores just shaking hands on what was a successful season in terms of getting back to the playoffs.
There's always a lot to hug it out after the season. We will have Andrew Hillsman, our reporter, talk with Coach Dom after they wrap up this team huddle. So stick around, please, for that. But you look at the roster that the Commodores had this season and what they could carry into next season. There's a lot of young players on the team that played this season. You look at Ty Konis, a rising sophomore. A couple of other guys that come to mind. Jack Durso, a rising sophomore.
How about Kanyel Rosado's top of the 9th inning right there, right? The Dallas Brooks returning for another year. I mean, a 293 average as a catcher. He defied expectations. So a lot to look forward to in the near future for the Falmouth Commodores. And you got 58, 59 different Commodores to appear in a game this year. All these different lineup combinations, all these different pitchers in the game. Great experience for the coaching staff, too, in Jack Dunn.
A.J. Putty as well, a part of that group. Well, it is time to send it down to Andrew Hillsman and Jack Dunn for one final time this season. Andrew, take it away.
All right, thanks, guys. Down here with Coach Dom. Coach, tough way to end the year, a tough loss against Bourne. But your main takeaway, I know it just ended, but your main takeaway from your first season in Falmouth, what would it be?
Oh, I'm proud of the guys. We wanted to bring this organization together. We wanted to have a positive year. We wanted to make the playoffs. We wanted to win a couple games in the playoffs, obviously. But, we had too many free bases. 7 out of 10 runs were free bases, something that's been a little bit of a bugaboo late. But it's been an outstanding year, a fun year. I appreciate, the coverage that you guys give us is absolutely off the charts. I want to thank all the interns that do the radio stuff. It's been a lot of fun. We'll get better. I had to learn some stuff. We got to have better pitching at the end of the year. A little more velocity and stuff like that. But it was a great year. We had fun.
Having fun is always the biggest part of summer ball. What do you think made this group of Falmouth Commodores special?
Well, I think when we sat down on the first day in that third base dugout, I talked about we're going to recruit good kids. Kids that are going to represent Falmouth the right way, kids that we don't have to worry about off the field, and still really good baseball players, obviously. But we just had some tremendous student athletes here that were a lot of fun. I appreciate all the coaches in this league, the input that they had. But then you look at the top, Fitzy, the first year being the president. You look at Tyler and Mike being the GM, assistant GM. They were great to work with. And this organization's in a really good place right now. And I'm proud of where it's at, and we want to continue to build it. And again, I'm going to talk about Jeff Trundy for the next 10, 15, 20 years because he had this place a really special place. And we want to try to get it back to where Coach Trundy had it. And we're going to work at it, and I promise, you know, the guys that I'm working with Fitzy and Mike Murray and Tyler, you know, they want the same thing, and they want the tradition and keep Coach Trundy's legacy alive and have people feel good about the Falmouth Commodores. I think we took a big step. We want to get better on the field. You know, we had some really good kids. We had some really good moments, but we need to become a little more consistent, which is hard in summertime. But we'll get better. We'll get better. I'm excited. I'm excited for next year already. I've already started recruiting guys for next year. So we'll keep moving forward.
And lastly, what do you want to say to the fans that have come out to support the Commodores all summer long?
Oh, man, they've been awesome. You know, the whole community just going around Falmouth, and we want to get those big crowds out here. We didn't exactly have the greatest, you know, schedule as far as, you know, weekend games and stuff, but they did a great job of coming out and supporting us, and, you know, all the kids coming to camp and the fans out there. And you know what, we want to get where we have this place packed all the time. You know, there's some places in the Cape that have really great atmospheres. It's been here before. I think we can continue to grow it on a yearly basis. But the fans that were here, I want to say thank you to them. I want to say thank you to all the volunteers, the board, you know, Pat, for the host families. I mean, there's so many people behind the scenes that this wouldn't happen without them. And again, I'm going to talk about those host families. You know, without them, I mean, they take these kids underneath their wing, they help them out, they feed them. You know, I just appreciate it. It's been fun watching. It's been fun meeting people. And again, I just think that we could take the little bit of momentum that we had this year and really grow from it and turn this into one of the premier organizations in the Cape Cod.
Coach, thanks from all of us here with the Commodores for a great first year.
Thank you, and I meant on the Cape Cod, you know, because you got to say on the Cape Cod. So that was one of the first things I learned in my first interview. So, but anyways, thanks to everybody. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
Well, Coach, we could not say any more thanks to you this season. You have truly been an incredible character on and off the field throughout the season with the Commodores. We've been so lucky, Farrell, to have a coach like Coach Dom.
For sure. I mean, the valuable analysis and insights unmatched, especially in a long baseball season. Baseball is such a storyteller's sport on air. You have to bring stories to the table every day, and, you know, there's less dead air, obviously, now when you're playing, you know, with the pitch clock, pitch thrown every 15 seconds, but overall, the stories are what make baseball the great sport that it is, Tim, and we couldn't be more thankful to Coach Dom, and on top of that, the entire coaching staff. It's been a wonderful year.
Andrew Hillsman will join us in just a second in the booth as we now welcome you into the Commodores booth for one final time in 2026. Timmy Weiss with Farrell Hudson and Andrew Hillsman. And guys, I think I speak for all of us in saying a massive thank you, as Coach Dom just said, to all of the players, and all of the host families, and all of the parents. We are so grateful that we have been able to share this summer with the players out there on the field, with the community, with Falmouth. Everyone has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, there is no Cape Cod League without the host families and without the fans and without these great towns to watch all of these incredible players come out and do what they do best. So that there's, you know, it's just it's a whole thing of gratitude around the game of baseball, and it makes you come to the ballpark every day. It makes you feel like a kid again, and I think that's definitely what I felt this summer. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a good time.
It sure has, and everything about it has been special throughout this season. Even though the doors go out in the first round, it has been an absolute blast throughout the entire summer, Farrell.
Yeah, I mean, what a quaint place to, you know, work on our craft as broadcasters too, and, you know, the amount of people that make it possible. First of all, starting with Alan Russell. I received the email. I was the happiest kid outside of class on a Friday afternoon that Falmouth was going to be the destination in which I'd come to broadcast games. To our, broadcast assistant Brian Foley, who's always willing to give advice. Landon Stills, Skylar Ellis, our producers. And it makes our job easy because I've had to do some production at school.
We have the fun job over
we
here.
have the
we
fun,
have the fun
I
and
do
the
not
easy
like
job.
The producing part.
Yeah.
Emily Gerard, our broadcast director. I mean, directing broadcast, that could be madness too. Thank goodness I don't have to take up that role. So thank you guys for making our jobs just that much easier, especially with all the storylines and navigating analysis on a day-to-day basis, breaking it down with key statistics and the whole 9 yards. It's been truly a phenomenal team effort. It takes a village to build a person.
Well, we won't take too much more of your time. It has been a phenomenal summer on Cape Cod for the three of us with Andrew Hillsman, Farrell Hudson, as we take a look at FCTV for one final time, the production facilities provided by Falmouth Community Television. But just a huge thank you once again to all of the families that have made this possible, to all of the players that we have spent time with. It's been an absolute joy this entire summer. One final thank you to our producers, Landon Stills, Skylar Ellis, our broadcast director, and Emily Gerard, our videographers, Alex Bond and Lily Matthews. And guys, for one final time, it's time to say so long from Gov Fuller Field. Timmy Weiss alongside Farrell Hudson and Andrew Hillsman. We say goodbye from Gov Fuller Field. The final 10-2, Bourne takes it over Falmouth in the first round of the 2026 playoffs.